welcome back to another episode of Candlekeep Mysteries, the Seal Pages of Verglas. We are the Rollers of Fate. My name is Mo, and this is Cisco, and as always, we are your DMs for this campaign. Say hi, Cisco.
Hello guys, welcome you. Nice to
Yes,
have you
yes.
here.
Indeed, indeed. And what would this game be without our handsome chaps? We have Luke, Lucky, Andy, Mark, and Joey. Say hello, fearless heroes.
Hello,
Hello,
fearless
fearless
heroes.
Very nice, very nice. All right, before we jump in, as always, some announcements. Cisco, please take it away.
Yay! All right, as always, we're very excited to be here tonight with you guys. We're gonna have an awesome game. I hope you're gonna enjoy it as much as we will. If you have not watched our previous episodes, please go and check us out on YouTube at Rollers of Fate D&D. You will see there all our one-shots, previous episodes, and other campaigns like the Art of Observation that airs on Wednesdays, and our modified version of Cursed Strat Dining in Barovia that is all about illithits going on at the moment. Or you can check us out here on Twitch as our stream finish. Also, we have a Gmail account if you want to send us any email, fan art, anything you want. Please give us a shout there. Reach out, rollers of fate dnd at gmail.com. Also, we have a X/Twitter channel at Fate D&D, where you will see our schedules and other news and game-related D&D things. And also, lastly, give you a little content warning. Viewer discretion is advised. We get inappropriate, sometimes scary, sometimes gory, sometimes you'll find anything. Yeah, me, I'm fucking gory and hardcore. I'm very rude as well. But yeah, please, lastly, give us a follow, comment, give us a like. All of that really help us. So be a part of our community, support us as we do this just for our entertainment and yours, and we will be forever grateful. And thanks to players and to Mo and to all of you for being there. And yeah, back to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Cisco. Thanks for everyone here playing with us as always, and thanks for everyone who is watching from home or rewatching this. Please make yourself comfortable as we settle in to see what mysteries shall be revealed today.
Ooh, I'm too late. Yeah.
Previously on the seal pages of Verglas, some would call Aki the tip of the cock, but the scales have taken him away, leaving the rest in the heart of Damu. With the Ruidium dragon no more, the corruption that was spreading through this creature begins to dissolve, and those that were affected by its affliction are cured. Keeping Max Horrigan alive, they leave the beast and return to the merfolk, who thank and celebrate what the cocks have accomplished. However, the victory felt hollow for some. Errol watched over Max Horrigan and inflicted enough pain to put him unconscious, and enough satisfaction to not kill the Wizard of Thay where he sat. Yagu was visited by his goddess and given a boon of healing the world from corruption, but something also draws Yagu to the infernal blaze that he has been using. Still needed by the cocks, and to stop the scales, Yagu entrusted his duty of protecting the late to his brother Sangu, who reluctantly accepted. However, will Yagu choose the path of devotion, or will his rage take over his destiny? They soon return back to Toriel, to the Iridium Lake, where the corruption also no longer exists, and requested Force Grey to collect the party and Max Horrigan. While they waited, Bruce revealed some letters to the party left behind from Aki in his coat. Caution, observation, revelation, and honesty were words left behind by Aki. How the Cox used this information shall be seen. Soon the Force Grey members Kane and Helix came to collect the party, and through teleportation the Cox returned to the Evermore Tower in Waterdeep. Errol bumped into Hugh Gret, who was worried about Errol speaking to Max Horrigan, but Errol noticed something was a little off about his questioning. They ascended the tower to the top, where they began to discuss what has happened and what the next steps are to stop the Dragon Queen. And this is where the story continues. The room is filled with more papers than last time, and further updates have been made to the map on the pin-up wall. Multiple chairs magically scoot up to the middle desk where it has most of the papers and books. There is also coffee mug stains and what looks like a week-old birthday cake with the writing "Happy Earth Day Ook," whoever that was. You see Kane sit down and lights a cigarette, and Helix begins to scribe for this conversation. So I think it's a safe space to speak now. Talk away. Tell us what happened.
Bruce looks at Yagu and Harold to take the lead on this one.
Okay. Yaga, do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
Sure, but keep in mind what we discussed.
Well,
is that some kind of code? Helix would ask.
Well, it's just us figuring out what we wanted to really say, but.
Okay. You're withholding information today?
More like formatting, not really withholding.
Okay, sure. I am very insightful, just to let you know. I can read you like a book.
Okay.
Sure.
So anyway, basically we went to the Iridium Lake to confront some leads. We went to the bottom of it, got teleported to this other world. I think it was called Exandria, I think.
Alright, never heard of it, but we'll see what that's about. Mm-hmm.
Alexandria?
I think that's what it is.
Okay, yeah, okay. That's, did it have 2 moons? Like a white moon and a red moon?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. You know that one, Kane. We'll go through it. You just don't remember right now, I think.
Sure.
Keep going. Sorry for interrupting.
No worries. So we went through some various escapades there, and we discovered that the followers of the Dragon Queen were there, specifically the Scales. We engaged them, and, well, what seemed to be the case is, well, we brought one of their guys back, and they,
We killed one of them.
Yeah, we did kill one of them, for all intents and purposes. The Baron, I believe he was.
The Baron. Right. What was his name, I guess? Darius Dominier or something like that?
Oh.
Yeah, we've got him on note. I think he was one of the people that we saw at the meeting.
We believe him to be a vampire, right? Or vampire lord, something like that. Was it me?
Correct.
Kane?
Oh, well, the vampire's been dispatched of, so that's one less scale to worry about for you.
Was there
Okay,
anything you found on his? You didn't bring back his corpse, so anything?
Well, I believe his corpse turned to ash, didn't it, or something? I don't remember how it died.
Make a deception check.
No, I was asking in general. I don't actually remember.
Just make a history check.
Yeah, make a
everyone.
That means a no.
Make a history check and then tell us if 12.
No.
Okay,
The
Luke would
creature
remember.
died.
Yeah, Luke would remember that he didn't disappear. If you want to rephrase what you just said, then you can change it. Otherwise, give me a deception check.
Okay, I'll deceive.
Okay.
Why not?
Damn it, bro.
I've shit myself
On
anyway.
accident.
Okay,
I've
I
fucked myself
will.
over anyway, so that's
I
fine.
will.
That's 14.
Okay. Onyx. I mean, not Onyx. That's the wrong
Helix.
cat.
Helix.
That's his cousin. Yeah, sorry. Helix will look at you and kind of go like, I mean, come on.
Sorry?
What didn't you bring his body?
To be honest with you,
I'm that
we didn't
wise
think it
that
was-
I even have a passive perception.
Oh,
She
well,
don't even know what that means, but I know
I assume.
that's how wise I am. Okay.
I assume.
Hey, he
we did bring Bracken's body because it was another thing to lug about.
Yeah, we didn't think it was necessary to bring it back.
Fair
at
enough.
the time.
Nah, that's
we
that's
figured it was
Also,
too
we
far.
have
So
two
you,
users to deal
did
with
you
as
find
well.
anything relevant?
No.
Well, I mean, go on, Yagu.
He hit pretty hard. I remember that
I
much.
I mean,
No,
I did
on
put
his
an acid
possession.
arrow.
Did you find anything that could regard to the scales? What did you actually find?
What were the items specifically that we found on him?
You found platinum, you found a magical necklace, and you found a key. I think that was the three
Yeah.
That's the only things,
Oh.
right?
Yeah. Should we, like player-wise, should we mention the game?
Well, I think. Well, should we let Yagu and Errol take lead on this?
Yeah. Whoever has the key, I'll keep quiet.
Yeah, where did we put the key?
I don't even know
I don't-
who has it. That's the thing. I
Someone
wasn't
has
here
it.
for that.
Whoever it would be
Baron.
it would have been Ruin Synergy as he was going through both.
I
It's
do
in
have.
the badge. It's in the badge.
I do not
Okay,
have the
good.
key. It's in the bag of holding. Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Okay, perfect. I tell you
Well,
what.
we had some viable items, but nothing of worth note really so far.
Make a deception check.
What if I honestly believe it myself?
I mean, I
you
don't. I
did
think Yagu
identify,
would have
right?
noticed
The
the
thing,
key.
so you know
I
that.
can. I might be able to assist with a little something I can say here. Bruce, who's been sort of looking very. He seems very far away. Looks up. He says, "We're the ones who killed him. Spoils of war. What does it matter at this point?"
We're just trying to ascertain. We need to have all the facts to make conjectures and to actually know what to be looking into. That's all. It does not matter, but it's the point. The fact that you keep kind of trying to deceive us is not really helping. I
Well-
mean, you are meant to be part of Force
Well,
Grey, right?
If-
You're
if
helping
you don't-
us.
If you
Well,
don't
you
mind,
guys haven't helped
if-
us as well,
Yeah, no.
so
Yeah,
why
I
would
was
we
gonna
help
say-
you?
I mean,
This
we have
this is a
huge,
two-way street.
we are a huge organization that ate the world. We saved the world. I understand your situation, but you guys are
okay. But,
adventurers. That's all. We have a lot of things going
Last-
on.
so
that's
last
all.
time we were here, you locked us up for about, what was it, 20 days?
Okay.
I mean, that was
I-
your fault.
okay,
Actually, we just
everybody
were upholding the law. You were infiltrating yourself without authorization, taking
Okay.
jobs that are too big for you. That's all. No disrespect. So
I think we're getting all off really on the wrong foot here. Present time aside, let's just let that go right now. It's done. It's over with. We're
Okay.
here right now. It's just what it
All
is.
right. Just
So-
a quick question, as Kane just asked. We're not gonna take whatever you found or took. We are not keeping anything away from you. We're not taking anything away from you. We just need to know if you find anything of interest on the Baron. It's a very simple question. We're not mean that if you say yes, okay, can we have the items? We are not
Okay,
that kind of
fine.
people.
If
We're
you-
not.
if
No,
you-
Ruin? Such it.
Right? Hey.
So far, we have only given you more stuff. You guys have given us absolutely nothing, not even a bit of trust.
I
We
was
just
gonna-
handed you Max Horror Gun for free. So
He looks
if you
okay.
want to work together with us, then you better start giving us some stuff. Otherwise, we are done.
I'm with Yagu on this one.
Okay.
Bruce puts a hand on Ruin just to say, like, let him talk. Let him take this.
All right then. Yagu, what is it that you want from us?
Well, so far you've mentioned you're a big organization, but what is what you guys have discovered? Because it
You-
feels like you guys have gathered no information so far.
All right. Sure. I'll read out some stuff that has escalated since the last time we spoke. Firstly-
yes, we're happy to share.
This is a map of Toriel, as you can see. The influence of the Dragon Queen is pretty much everywhere and has escalated by a lot since last year. We last time discussed about this place, and he kind of points towards to the map, to a location. Hold up, sorry. To a continent called Ankaro, and he goes, we last time discussed about the increased numbers of dragons forming in this place. However, it seems that they have actually migrated westward further now. Our sources tell us that they've actually moved to a further continent to the west called Mastika. This is a very inhabited inhabited place where there used to be temples of the old gods, and it seems like they are all congregating from there. From
Wow.
our sources, they also seem like dragons from these are chromatic dragons from other areas have also started to migrate from there. However,
Where did they move from? You said Ankaram to, I apologize,
Mastika.
Mastika. Okay.
Yeah, Mastika is actually where I'm from. It's kind of like near Cholt.
No,
Ish.
I think I once ate a mass teacher.
never
But
actually
it
been.
is a very old, ancient place where people don't really. It's too dangerous nowadays.
Well,
We feel like that may be where or whatever they're attempting to do for the Dragon Queen may take place, but it seems that they are trying to protect that as best as they can with dragons. We don't know much yet, but we may need to potentially either infiltrate that place or whatever might we have left as Force Grey, or as the factions may go there to stop whatever may be happening. Right? The other place that was in trouble was the Moonshine Isles. There were Northlanders that were pillaging the place. We've actually stopped that now. We sent some people from the organization, and they've managed to stop. And there's not been any more troubles in the settlement since. I think what the Scales were attempting to do there was some sort of distraction, or they're doing that pretty much everywhere. However, whatever they started there, we've stopped it. So I guess that's a good thing for us, and hopefully we don't get any more problems from there. We've got more allies there now from the monks of the Moonshine Isles, and hopefully we can call on them when the time comes. You all remember that the Moonshine Isles is where Morco also came from. The last place where the Forces of Scales, they're continuing to gain forces in the south. We spoke about the Zakara continent, where it's most deserts and stuff, but there are a lot of primordial elemental beings that reside there, as well as other creatures that prefer the hot climate. But the Scales are actually trying to push towards our ally clans there, trying to influence them as much as possible. One of our long-standing alliance with the Zephni clan.
Zephni?
Yes, it's a clan of I guess genies. I don't know if you've actually met a genie or anything like that, but they've got this influence with genies there, and we've got a good relationship with them. They've told us about the Scales trying to offer them, but they've rejected them and left them alone. They are keeping an eye out on what's happening in the south for us, and hopefully we can call on them when the time comes. A lot of go ahead.
Oh, just interesting.
All right. Well, this is going to be more interesting to you, and hopefully this is more potent information for something more to your liking. We reached out to the first reader of the Candlekeep. Was his name Skoda Valanaster, right, Elix?
Yes, I think Skoda Balanaster, yes. I
Yeah.
believe you are rather acquainted with him. And
While you were away, he was actually we reached out to him to telling them that we've got in contact with you lot, and he was very urgently trying to get in contact with Aki Flamacast, who's not here anymore, it seems. But whatever the case is,
They had a fondness. There's no.
What did he want from Aki? Did he say?
he didn't say anything about that, but he did give us information about the Scales
Could
and
I-
what they're trying to do.
Could I
Yeah, go.
insight check him when he said He didn't ask.
I'll also do the same.
Sure.
Unless, like... Okay, is a passive 16 good enough?
No.
Because
Passive-
I roll shit.
No, we'll take the 9 because the passive insight is for different situations.
22 for me.
22. Okay. Let me double check something. Where are we?
While you're checking that, Mo, Bruce will nod and you go,
Okay.
Thank you for sharing information. It is appreciated to know that we can share such things. You'll look at Yagu, strive to do so as well.
Yes, I'm sorry if our approach seems a bit aggressive at times. Like I said, we are managing a lot of factions. The Lord's Alliance is not only you guys, and we appreciate the work you're doing for us. It's we do appreciate it, even though we might not show it at times.
We succeeded, but we lost much in apprehending Mr. Horrigan and cleansing our good friend's home.
Oh,
So
I'm sorry to hear.
Some would say too much was lost.
I know about loss as well. Sorry again.
I don't really, not too sure in these situations what to say, so I'm just going to carry on speaking. Anyway.
Oh, the insight check.
Oh,
Sorry.
the insight check? Hard to read.
At 22?
damn.
Fuck.
He carries on speaking. He goes, yeah, the first reader was quite helpful to find out more information regarding the dragons that were slayed, and he's provided with information about some stuff. You mentioned before about some statue that you found. Is that right?
Yeah, so it was a greenish sort of. It came out of a dead dragon.
It was a dragon statue.
Yeah, it was. Was it? Can we say jade? I'd like to say jade.
That sense.
That's what my
Yeah.
brain goes to.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's perfect.
I'm not sure if you want to go through this procedure, Kane, but if you want, I mean, if one of you will volunteer, we would like to potentially maybe go deeper into your mind and try to relive everything that happened that day. If you
see
authorize
that,
it, obviously.
That right there, that's why you're having a hard time with us. That
I mean,
right there.
we are asking for consent. We are not doing anything without letting you. If you don't feel comfortable, then there is no problem. You don't have to do it.
I don't like the people that are in here anyway. I'm not having anyone else.
Listen, I'm fine doing it to others, but I'm not fine with it happening to me.
Okay, I mean...
Bruce will turn to Yagu and the rest and goes, I'll consent. If you don't mind. At least they can see what I saw, my perspective.
That's all. Oh, that's ever so grateful. I mean, just that's just last moments. That's all we need. As Kane was saying, this statue is very important, and we would like to ascertain how it looked like. So it will take only a few seconds. Are you sure you're comfortable with it, Bruce? We just want to confirm that it's what we've been researching, don't we, Kane?
Before we do that, could you first elaborate why this statue is important?
Yes, of course. Kane will elaborate on this.
Have you ever heard the name Severin Silrajan? Everyone can make a history check. Yeah, everyone can make a history check.
Let me go to my character sheet.
Some recent Jagu might know it.
Fucking
For
hell.
Sure.
Yagu.
The one guy that has traveled 0 days of his life, he knows it.
Actually, maybe Ruin should do it with advantage, or an Herald maybe, because they're older, right, Mo?
Herald
it's up
and
to you guys.
Ruin. Yeah, do it with advantage.
I'll just re-roll it again. Yeah.
Severin, what?
That's a little bit.
Severin Silrajan.
I'll copy it for you guys if you want.
Rajan.
Yeah. So Errol, Ruin, and Yagu. Yagu, you probably heard it because someone probably spoke to you while you were healing them at the lake quite a while ago. The rest of you probably heard the name because of the time and when it potentially happened. Severin Silrajan was the leader of the cult of dragons, what you known as now is the Scales. He was known as the Red Dragon Worm Speaker and attempted to collect the pieces of the dragon's crown. The dragon's crown consisted of these statues, and he succeeded in doing so. Severin's plans nearly came to fruition after gathering a treasure hoard worthy of Tiamat and assembling an army of dragons and other evil creatures too. He used the soul of hundreds of prisoners to raise Tiamat's temple from Avernus into the Well of Dragons, and began the ritual to summon Tiamat herself into Faerun. However, he and his forces were ultimately defeated by the army of the 5 factions. The dragon pieces, after, were actually hidden in the world. And supposedly the green one that you mentioned was presumed to be destroyed. So that is why there is a little bit of confusion of you saying that they had found a jade one.
Yes, it was in the body of a dead dragon turtle. No, it was in the body of a dead dragon snake thing that was also in the body of a dead dragon turtle.
Alright.
Have
Doesn't
a
sound
just
destroyed to me.
Yeah.
have a look in my head. You can glean the bits and pieces of where we were exactly, and you can catch the final moments from what I witnessed at the very least. You've shared information with us. I personally don't mind sharing some of my personal information with
It'll
you.
just be a very brief thing. Kane, if you could just go ahead, just those images, that's all we need. If that's 100% okay with you, Bruce.
Perhaps you should also read into my mind, because I might have a vision that you guys would be interested in.
Alright. Sure. Do you wanna... Are you telling me to do it, or are you doing it?
It's more your thing, but
No.
I prefer if you did it. I detect a little bit of aggression towards me. I understand. I am
I
quite
mean,
impulsive.
you're used to it. It's fine. Alright, sure. Come, sit down. Alright. You see him close his eyes and start kind of focusing. You see the cigarette butt kind of slowly burning away more and more quicker than usual. And as he kind of inhales in, he's focusing. But then he squints a little. He's like, ah! And then he kind of goes back. And you just see him. I just got this kind of static from trying to peer into your thoughts. It's like something's blocking me.
I wasn't
Which
trying
one did
to.
he, by the way, try to...
Bruce first.
I don't. Sorry, I wasn't trying to do anything. I
That
thought you were
was a
going to
little bit
detect
painful as well.
Oh,
You want a berry?
It was. I could see glimpses of him going into the lake, and then after that, it just went all blank, and I just heard this kind of static. Like, I'm not too
Actually,
sure.
now that I think about it, Exandria was kind of weird. Even when we tried to contact you guys there, it still made it difficult to do so. Exceptionally difficult, actually.
Are you sure when you tried to jump inside his head, Bruce didn't try to stop him? That happens to me sometimes.
No. He wasn't resisting. It wasn't like that. I was in his mind. I could see things.
Perhaps a compromise. Ruin, could you combine your telepathy with your detect thoughts to perhaps transfer what's here to them? And above game, this is a bit bullshit, but it sounds like a cool idea.
I love it. I'm down
Sign
for
makes
it.
out.
I normally would, but I want just a little bit more.
It's the information I'm willing to share, Ruin. I do not wish to share anything that is of personal to you.
I just gotta ask one more question before I do that. These statues, how did you guys learn of them?
From the first reader. He told us more actually.
We just need to confirm that it's the right statue. That's all.
All right, that's fair enough. And I assume after we share this, you'll share more with us.
Sure, of course.
Then
little bit more.
I will use detect thoughts on Bruce.
Okay, so what are you attempting to do? You're doing detect thoughts on Bruce.
And then I will
Tele-
use telepathy to share it with.
Kane.
Thank
Telepathy
you.
is only words, correct?
It is only words. I could use another spell slot and use detect thoughts twice.
I think I'm kind of bullshitting.
But if
about
I
it.
use
I'll
that, I will have.
link to you.
Guys,
So
If I use that, I will no longer have spell slots for an hour at least.
Do you have minor illusion that's out of game? Anyone?
No, I mean, I was gonna say I can. I'll get like a bit of rock, just like a loose rock that seems to be a good size, and use the loot to cast fabricate.
Ooh, okay, that's a good one.
Oh, okay. So
And
I'll detect thoughts on Bruce.
I turned the rock into like a good approximation of what I saw in that quick glance.
Okay, okay.
Oh, okay.
It looked like this, and
Oh.
I'll hand in. Yes, using fabricate.
And you're using
shit.
fabricate
Good
to do
job,
what?
Luke.
Sorry, my son was...
I think I can use fabricate to turn it into at least a scale model of the statue.
Ooh,
That's what I'm
okay.
going to try and go for.
Okay,
If
okay.
not, I will do something else that may potentially do a similar.
Okay,
thing.
while you're doing this, Ruin
Why don't
Synergy,
you
while you
actually
do...
stop?
When you do... You're casting Detect Thoughts into... Bruce's
Well,
mind.
if he's about to do if Ziggy's about to use fabricate, I'll wait.
Okay.
Because I think fabricate could be cooler.
It could take
Don't
10 minutes
you-
though.
Why don't you actually look if it's okay? Why don't you roll a d20 and add your spellcasting modifier to that
Okay.
at advantage because you're using the spell and
Guidance.
I use
I ha-
guidance.
You can
I
use
have
guidance
Jack-
on it, yeah, sure.
I have
you
Jack
can
of all
guide it.
trades. It should be fine. However, I haven't rolled above a 9 today.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, double 25.
Hell.
Let's fix
Now.
it.
Double 25.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what the D4 is.
26.
There we go.
Wow.
There we go.
It's a perfect
back on it.
replica, but
This is
well
my
done.
one good roll of the day, guys. It better be
You
fucking good.
You see both Helix and Kane look at it and they're like, that's a bit strange. That looks a little different to what we have a picture of what they're meant to look like. And they
Well,
they pull out a book, and when they open it, they show you kind of the imagery of these 5 different statues of what seems to be known as the dragon crown. And when you see it, the jade one that you created, you see that it's it's pretty much the same size and stuff, but there's this slight differentiation between the dragon and what it looks like in a way.
You mentioned that these weren't necessary to collect all the pieces for a crown, correct, Kane?
Yes, that's right.
So maybe if they're all collected together, they look different. Maybe we're seeing the finished product rather than them in
Well,
pieces.
It did come from an unusual creature. It wasn't necessarily like a dragon herald. It was corrupt. It was covered in that ruidium.
Also, I only got a quick glance of it while I was being beaten the shit out of.
No,
That is
looks
also
pretty,
a fair point.
The picture that
looks pretty good. Yeah, go
Well,
ahead.
I'm quite skilled.
the picture he has, can
That's
we
it.
make out what the others are? So we see like colors or anything, or like what the
Yeah,
statues look like?
there's colors of these statues. There's the black one, a white one, a blue one, a red one, and a green one. Yeah.
Are those Tiamat colors? I don't know.
They
They
are.
are.
They-
They
Okay,
are
cool.
indeed.
Thank you.
Yeah, they are.
I play this game, guys. tell? Can you guys tell?
Oh, I see. Okay, well, then I guess they're gonna be after the other 4.
Well, speaking about the other 4, I'm sure you remember hearing about a copper dragon and a silver dragon being killed.
Yeah, the
earlier.
hearts were
Yeah,
harvested.
that was yep.
Right.
I was
So-
actually researching that.
What Skoda Valanaster, your first reader, has found out is that after Severin Silrajan was stopped, the dragon pieces were actually hidden within metallic dragons and a chromatic dragon by the order of priests of Kyrus, the followers of Bahamut. Hoping that this would protect him never to be found again, They were sealed in some dragons, and I do have some names. There was an ancient copper dragon called Brassus the Boundless, an ancient silver dragon, Xanthia the Purity, an ancient golden dragon, Vahin Goita the Ingenious, and an ancient red dragon, Androthator the Devourer of the Weave.
And Drothador, that was...
Drothador. That is a
Aki?
familiar name.
That's the one that Aki was researching.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean by Aki was researching?
Well,
We
Hmm.
there was a potential.
Honest. If you want the honest answer, sirs, we truly don't actually know what it is or what it means. I do not. I am not. This is no lie. We
From-
do not
from-
understand.
We actually don't.
From what he's mentioned, before you met me, you, Bruce and Atty had a fight with a different dragon who named him such.
That's about the
Named
extent
who
of it.
such? I don't get it. What are you talking about?
We had a
we-
fight. Sorry, Ziggy, carry on.
They fought a dragon, and that dragon, in its dying breath, screamed that name to Atty, implying it was his name.
well,
Oh.
not only that, but there was something that me and Aki discussed, and I looked into for him. He might be related to Androthador, or reincarnated. We didn't really
Bruce,
figure
Bruce
out.
is physically tensing up at everyone, spilling all of Aki's personal information, especially this sort of stuff. But he's like,
Bruce, you said we should share.
I mean, that's a bit unusual. We thought that Androthator was no more. We have heard news as Ballaster revealed to us. He had a brother called Axumethros, a red ancient dragon. But we actually thought that somehow that Androthator was no more, right, Kane?
Well, no, we're pretty much sure the last thing that was spoken about him, that he was over this ancient dragonborn city in the desert, and he was attacking it or some, and then after that, there has been no more information about him.
So they have access to all 5 statues now, as far as I can
Actually,
tell.
not necessarily. I do have one other question. You mentioned there was a copper, a silver, a red, and a gold one, correct? Am I-
Plus
That's
the
right.
corrupt one that we saw.
Well, the corrupt one, yeah, but that's a whole separate debacle. The gold one, how big was he? Because I think it was over a month ago now I think about it. Back when that red dragon tried to kill us, a gold one did come out to fight it, but we never got to find him in Waterdeep, so just throwing it out there. Do either of you two know who that is? Maybe he's a local golden dragon here in Waterdeep. One of yours?
No,
I had his name. I had his name written down on my old notes.
Quickly fix your computer.
It's on the
I don't think we
floor.
ever gave a name for him. I don't think so.
You gave it to
we
Aki.
didn't.
No,
yeah.
I don't
think
think.
you-
I don't think.
No,
we
we
did.
thought Aki
didn't.
had
No,
it.
it wasn't a name. It was like he recognized Aki. That was
Yeah,
about
he
it. That was
recognized
all we
Aki,
got.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I definitely remember had something about notes along the lines of Aki and the Gold Dragon.
I only asked
Would I-
because
would
since
I
we're
know
on
that?
the topic of dragons here, a gold dragon did come in and might have not been its intention to save us, but it did, and that's why I'm asking. Be one of yours.
Yeah, no, we just believe that red dragon was Axumethro, the one who attacked you. We believe. We are unsure. We don't
Yeah.
know who the gold dragon is. But
Would I
obviously,
remember?
if there was a gold dragon among in
Well,
Waterdeep, we should know about it. We
Well,
were aware of it, the scene,
I-
but we don't know
I'm-
why.
I've been to a lot of places as Dr. Gret can. I don't know if he's in the room. We're gonna assume as a player he is. As Dr. Gret can attest to, and I have heard stories about how dragons can really, really blend in with large crowds, and being in a very congested, loud area such as a city, especially Waterdeep, there could be all loads of people, including this person. For all intents and purposes, this could be conjecture, but I do know that it was a gold one that we saw, about maybe the equivalent size of that red one, or maybe bigger, that did help us survive.
I mean, we had reports of the event.
Yeah, we weren't there, unfortunately, and I think whatever reports that we got, it was pretty quick of what happened, and before anyone could react to it, it was all over. From my notes and from my understanding, but
we tried to search for Axumethros, but the only thing we discovered, he must have hid somewhere. As for refuge, we are unsure where and how. He's quite a huge creature, but he just vanished out of thin air.
No doubt that they probably got ways to blend in everywhere they go, but alright, that's what I wanted to mainly ask. In terms of the statues, assuming this jade one that we saw was the one, so it seems like the best priority would be to try to search these other places that you've been listing off so far, if I'm correct. Either they're in the process of getting more, if they haven't had them already.
Well, I think if we want more information about your friend Aki, I guess you might want to speak to the first reader. Seemed like there was more to him. Well, he found out, and he might have more information about your friend.
Where is he? The first reader. Where is he?
Back at
No,
Candlekeep, I would assume.
Probably back at Candlekeep.
Yeah, that's where we got in contact with him. So last. So
Sorry.
whenever you get
Well-
the chance, you can go speak to him.
Well, despite the rocky start, I mean, I'm just going to say personally, I do appreciate the candor of the information shared. So, I think we have a list here. Bruce, do you have the list? I think we wrote it up while we were
just,
thinking about what to say.
Just before you start with your questions, if that's
Sure.
okay, we had one more question as well to ask. Right? He'll look at Kane, and you'll see that Helix showed this kind of list to Kane and double confirms. And in there, Kane, you will see the question about Max Horrigan.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely need to speak about this Max Horrigan guy. Kept him alive. That's fine. We get him. You brought him back here, but it's a little bothering us the fact that the Scales would keep one of their members alive. You said you beat him down. He was unconscious, and then they just chopped his hand off.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that they only wanted his hand. To be fair, he did try to get out, but I'm assuming they figured even if either A, he dies, or B, he gets captured, we have the hand. It's what he's important for.
But we don't still fully understand why. Why will they leave him behind?
Well, I mean, he was
They
kind
maybe
of
thought
in
he
a
was
world
dead.
of state.
Well,
But wouldn't you
there
you
was-
make sure that if any information,
There
you would
was
make
one-
sure that the person would be dead, right?
You would
Sure,
think.
but
That
Why
would
just
take
the
them
hand?
even more time.
The only thing that we have about information about Scales with the hand is that one of their hands, they have a mark of the Dragon Queen that they use
There's-
to cast other magical abilities.
There's one more thing. He did have a choice or a chance to leave at one point, and he didn't.
When? At what point in your journey was this? if you
Before
don't
we
mind?
left Exandria, I think.
Oh.
No, it was at
Or
Yagu's
was it?
Lake.
No,
He had-
Yagu's like he did try to get out.
He
Yeah,
had
he
this
did try it.
opportunity. He
Failed,
had this
yeah.
opportunity to port
He attacked
away
me with two
somehow.
spells and could have vanished.
Well,
I mean, you are the intelligent one, Kane. I just personally, I guess I assume he did not know where he was. Like you mentioned, Alexandria is a very unique place in which magic works perhaps differently due to the things that happen there. I'm not really that sure myself.
No, I think that's quite wise to think that if he had tried to disappear in a place he doesn't know where he is, he might have been stuck there. I think he was trying to
He
just.
did wait until we get back into the material plane to try.
Oh, so he did
from
try, right? Okay.
His ability to cast spells was not the equal of our ability to cast concussion.
Yeah, as it turns out, you hit a wizard pretty hard. They tend to stay down.
To be honest, now thinking of it though, that some of those magical cuffs that you've put on him to stop him, a pair of those could be handy.
Yes, we
that
believe
would be
that he is quite unique creature. We believe he has some innate blood magic within himself, but he has studied to become a wizard. That's perhaps why he can use abilities that could be quite unique to himself.
Well, when he wakes up, we're probably going to be interrogating today. I'm going to make sure we can get some information about. Did he speak to any of you? Say anything to any of you while he was not unconscious?
I'm gonna be honest, just didn't take the risk, so we're just gonna say no to that.
You hear Hugh Gret say, "Well, boy, that's pretty good idea. That guy seems to he's a man of a wicked tongue. You shouldn't listen to anything he has to say. There's no truth behind those words. Behind that face."
Well, that was another reason I figured not to kill him, is that room that you put all of us into at one point, the circle of, or zone of truth room. I'm thinking even he probably won't be able to bypass that, hopefully. So, hopefully you can all, in return, I would like to get some answers from him regarding very personal events that occurred 154 years ago.
All right, why don't you note it down? We'll see what we can get from him. Just so you were aware, I know you told us that you want to return back to the lake. That will have to be done tomorrow, so you guys can stay here for the night. Or you can go out into Waterdeep if you want, whatever you want to do, and then come back here.
It will be good just in case, so we can share further developments. And there seems to be some kind of connection between your group and the scale somehow. So it will be really helpful, and we will share every detail we find out from him with you afterwards, as well as you are part of our group now as well.
So the interrogation, you're going to do that today or tomorrow?
Well, when he wakes up, we'll get him speaking up. We'll get him to talk whatever he needs to say by today, hopefully.
So yeah, hopefully today we'll make our best to get him awakened in the next few hours.
What other scale members were there? You didn't mention that.
So let's see here. Just trying to think off the top of my head. There's the Baron that we killed. There's him.
Minotaur.
There's Max. There's the Minotaur.
The Minotaur, Udi,
Odie.
Dragonborn, Anchor, the Werebear, Gravandreg.
I don't know about
Anyone?
this Anchor. New. I'm assuming pretty new.
She
She joined
at-
the day we got captured by you guys.
Yeah,
All right. Okay.
Are we missing anyone? Was it those the 5?
Could,
I think it was those 5.
could we have
There
like a
are
quick
a few
description
more.
of Anchor?
I'll use them to shape change. She looks like this. And I'll
Wow.
shape change.
Wow. Okay, yeah. Onyx will start. I mean, Helix will start kind of like making a mental drawing, and then he will start to actually draw it, quite skillful, into a paper.
You've got the nose wrong.
Oh,
Then, I then changed the nose.
So does that mean that Ziggy's artwork impression of the statue is better than what was in the book? Then, like he's better than the artist from the book.
yes. Yeah, he is.
Oh, I
He
could have
just sucks at
turned
drawing.
I could have just turned into the statue.
And
Can
you
you?
did.
Can you do that?
Just for
I
yeah,
could look like it.
Yeah,
I didn't have to
just-
fabricate.
Yeah, just for clarity, if you didn't catch it the first time, the Ziggy's sculpture that he created, it was exact replica of what he saw, but it's different to what it is in the book. So it's a different statue.
It's a new
Okay.
Wait, so it looks like the one from the book, but different?
Slightly
quite,
different.
so
Not
it
quite
looks
the
like
same.
it's a different statue. Okay.
Yeah.
As you look
Ziggy.
towards the drawing, Siggy, of that Helix is doing, you start to think he's not as good as you would think expecting to be.
Okay, I'll
Like at least if he has a mental note, that's the important.
He's
I'll-
kind of
I'll-
guiding
I'll take-
himself to it too.
I'll take it off him and I'll spend time reworking it to fix it.
Oh, okay. Yes, please. That will be really
Yeah.
helpful as he gets like a 13 on me.
Yep. I assume performance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with
He
that,
will guide you.
28.
Oh,
28.
he will
Much
guide
better.
you. Just not that you need it. Just I always.
You're
do
rolling
this.
ones on the d4s.
I know. Why do I always do what he wants?
So one more
Jocko will
question.
also say to Ziggy,
so much better. Thank you so much, Ziggy. Very, very grateful.
I
Jocko
seem
will
to be
also
doing a lot
mention
of
that you
your
should do
work.
the other ones as well.
Oh yes, I suppose I can do those as well. But I'm doing a lot of your work for no pay. This is you're getting
yeah,
so much out of
again,
it.
see the list. Actually, that's what I wanted to bring up. Bruce, do you have it? I think we all wrote it down.
Is this the list of the people who were there?
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought it was the list of like our demands that we did
Yeah.
outside of game.
I above game. I don't think I wrote a list of questions or demands for this.
But
in terms of
if you
manual.
go to general, like we all like Mo asked us, hey,
Oh,
what do you
like
guys as players
items, the
want?
magical items and
Yeah,
stuff like that. He's
and
talking
stuff
about.
like that. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, yeah,
List of
Bruce
items.
will produce a list and say we were hoping you could perhaps equip us or provide the means for us to equip ourselves, and he passes over what he's hoping for.
Yeah,
and,
that's better.
And
If
one-
you just quickly, if you're okay with it, what will happen? The scene will keep going, you know. So we just kind of cut forward a little. So Siggy will draw everyone, and you guys will keep asking a few less important questions that maybe we don't do in a stream, but then
Lucky
we
wants a
move to
question, I'll
that.
pick
Yeah.
one here.
Yeah, Lucky, go ahead. What do you want to?
Please.
I just have one more question. For my own personal records. So what statues do you know that they have obtained?
We don't know. We don't know
Yeah,
which statues were in which, if they were in that dragon or if they weren't, if they found. I guess the only thing that we actually know is that they've got the green one, which didn't exist in our world but did in that other world.
Yeah, that's all we know,
Oh,
really.
shit, this is like Marvel, like oh my god.
Well, I think we
Okay.
know why they went there then.
Oh,
Uh,
you mean? Oh yes, that's quite a good story. Yeah, very nice.
For flavor, when Ziggy transforms to like grey, Bruce actually steps outside for just a minute because he can't stand to look at him right now.
Oh, that guy looks great.
Yeah, Bruce is already outside. He's just kind of standing out. He can't be in there.
If we assume that the other dragons that they slayed and took the heart had the other statues, we could just assume that they already have 3 out of the 5. Because we haven't heard of any golden dragon, ancient dragons being slain, and we don't know where this Androthator, maybe if he contains, any of the other dragon either.
So our next mission should be to try and find this golden dragon and keep it away from.
I think this will be a mission for our factions and our network, rather. As
I mean,
much
you
as
guys
we will be
know the
grateful,
city.
it will be a bit much for you. We will prefer if you didn't combat with the scales again for now.
We
Until
just
know more.
captured one of the scales and killed another.
To be
Now,
fair,
what
we
about the
didn't
rest?
expect.
Did you manage to beat them, wound them?
No,
To be fair,
Yeah.
we didn't exactly
But-
expect to run into all 5. To
Well,
be
there's
fair.
more than 5 members. You still got the Desdemona. She's ruthless compared
Actually,
to
that's
the
a good point.
very,
We
very
only ran into
powerful.
the
Even
5.
myself,
and
uncanny. will have
and
issues
Arculus,
fighting
who
her.
is a devastating magic user. I would dare to say he's even as powerful as me, or more than me.
Says, I think what Ruin is saying in our defense is we unexpectedly had to deal with them, and we more than held our own. And I appreciate your point of view, but don't underestimate us. We
No,
can't.
Well,
we
look.
definitely don't. We're just trying to warn you that this
Look,
is
another
shouldn't be your
reason-
priority right now.
Another reason is, look, we saw the gold dragon while we were here in the city. He might be here. This is your guys' jurisdiction, and you guys know the city better than we do, so it would make practical sense for you to look for it while we pursue these other avenues.
We understand that, Harold. However, Bruce, I can tell you right now, if I were to face you all right now by myself, I could take you on. So I'm just gonna tell you this. We're only saying this, so as Helix is saying, for your own benefit, go out there, get better, get stronger, because from what we can tell, you guys are good, but you're not good enough.
Yes, we will need your help. You just need you to train more and keep improving, and we will definitely need your services further down the line, but not yet. You will not be helpful for us if you are dead.
Very
You
well.
understand what I mean? We do not
Very well.
underestimate you, 100%.
Are you both secretly my parents? Because this is reminding me of some awful family conversations.
Anyway, now that we've gotten that out of the way, I guess we're here for 24 hours. Guys, is there anything you want to do in Waterdeep? Do you guys just want to hang out here then in that case?
I particularly don't have much to.
Neither do
was
I.
hoping when we get back to Yardu's Lake, we may waste a few days, but going back to that town we went to beforehand, we need to pick some things up. Some things we
We do?
dropped. Well, yes,
The mirror.
yes,
Yeah,
I'd
but
like
that
that mirror
would be
back.
that would be a 10-day detour.
Shit.
5 days if
Nope.
with Bruce.
With Bruce,
Yeah, no, but I counted it was 5 days from the location where we dropped them to the lake, and then if you go from the lake to the location and
Didn't-
back to the lake, that would be 10 days total.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
agreed. Yeah.
We'll keep on the
Uh,
back burner. It's something I think would be good to do, but
I
we've got to
guess,
pick and choose.
I guess we can try and find another. Potentially. It was only 100 gold, but still.
Well,
Sorry, carry on, Lucky. I was interrupting you there.
no. I was just gonna ask. Does anyone know what they want to do for the night then?
I got
do.
nothing in mind. I was just gonna just actually sleep, and that was
What time
about
is
it.
Is it nighttime?
It's probably not. It's probably
At
like
the moment, let me just check my notes quickly.
Yeah, give me 5 minutes, guys. 1 second.
Sure.
Yeah, let's say that is actually let's do it like this way. Do you guys have a lot to do? If you do, let's say that it will be enough time for you to wherever you need to do what you want to do. Otherwise, let's say that will be around 8 o'clock in the evening or something like that. If that's cool with you, unless you guys want to do other things, then we'll say it's earlier. Up to you.
Let's start. Bruce would like to stock up on some potions. Primarily, healing potions. Can he get his weapons silvered? Well, one of them in particular silvered, as well as getting some gloves, just regular gloves, but with like silver in them. So this, I'm kind of fluffing it a little bit because it's metallic. But basically, he'd like just regular gloves. If he punched a lycanthrope, they're gonna feel it rather than not doing anything. Secondary, I don't know, some magical goodies since range jumping is alright, but
In terms of those requests, Mo is in charge of that, so it's better.
Yeah.
Sorry
And
for that.
after
Yeah, I mean,
that,
we could still stop by Waterdeep, the market,
I mean,
anyway,
if
and
you-
still buy some stuff if you guys
Yeah.
just want to really quickly shop. Errol's good. I don't have a lot of money, so Errol will.
Yeah, funds would be helpful, actually. We are.
Force
Yeah.
Grey will be happy to pay for a room for you as well in the Ionin portal if you want to stay there for the night. Prefer.
wasn't-
Otherwise, you could stay here where you are, but it's not as nice. Let's put it like that.
It's really not.
Yeah.
I say look and get one of the decrepit rooms.
Yeah. it's
if you
like
if
an
you'd allow me
old,
some time,
cold-
Bruce will also leave this spot to go to the Temple of Saloon and might not be back till the morning after.
Ooh, okay. Okay, yeah, that's good.
But he's not told anyone he's doing that. He's just waiting for things to go right. We're done. Good. Then you'd leave.
All right. Well, let's just say tomorrow we meet up back here, and I'll stay here, Helix, and I guess Kane. If you guys do start interrogating Max Horgan for any reason, can you guys please find me here? I would prefer to be present as you guys are interrogating.
Oh, sure. We will inform you once we start, if that's all right.
I appreciate it.
Harold, as part
what-
of part of your interrogation, didn't you ask him how it felt when a javelin was pinning him to the wall?
I should probably add that to the list, but
It'd make me feel better if you asked him.
What about the rest of you? Ziggy, you would like to stay in the Yawning Portal, I believe? Better?
Yes, it would be a lot better than this place, but basically, spell component materials, in case we die again, something to help with that, just potential gold anyway, just pay me for my many services to you all. Also, this is going to cost more, he says as he's finishing up the drawings, these portraits.
Yes,
Hey,
that's
artists,
I
pay your artist.
understand. Yes,
Yep.
it is a very well paid job. You are an exceptional artist, I have to say.
Well,
Very nice. Thank you.
I'm very good at self-portraits.
Why is Ziggy an
your
adventurer?
time.
You could just take art commissions. He's Ziggy.
Yeah.
Ziggy, my friend, you're in the wrong job.
Yes, I have been in the wrong job. Wait, didn't you take me for my original job?
We didn't take you. He thinks back. Did we kidnap him?
I mean, kind of.
I'm doubting myself now.
I mean,
No.
you kind of did out of game. He had an amazing kind of like a shop where he was making a lot of money,
no.
reading people's future, and being an artist.
Are we the
beautiful place.
baddies? Are we the
It's fine.
baddies?
It's
Yeah.
fine. He's okay.
Yeah.
But yes. Well, I was. To be fair, adventuring's not a life for me. I still do it anyway because the universe seems to hate me.
What
I
about
like you, Ziggy.
Oh, you are
Thank you.
you are wonderful, Ziggy. What
Well,
about you,
more-
Jagu?
More people need to say it.
Would you like to stay here, or would you like to stay in the Yawning Portal with your friends, with some of them at least?
It might be dangerous as we might know some of the cultists might still wandering around there.
We
not
are
me.
pretty sure at the moment.
Like
there
yeah,
is
like
no
you're
more.
fine, Ziggy. You can.
Yes, it's not for me. I change into Yagu.
The cult has kind of moved away from Waterdeep. We are unsure why. Perhaps quite a lot has been happening. We are really raiding all around. All the 5 alliances armies are, and the guards and the griffons and all that in Waterdeep are really looking for cultists at the moment. So I don't think it's safe for them any longer. So
Great, and I
you-
would love a free room at unlimited drinks. He points at.
Sure. Drinks and food, of course, is the least we can do. I mean, we do have different contracts and deals with them. As long as you don't, sure, you know.
It's
You
not the
blow
most
yourself
you're doing
up.
though. You're still gonna do other stuff for us, right?
Of
Right?
course, yes,
Right.
yes. We will, as you request, if you would like to pass the list of whatever things we can gather for you, this
Right.
will be useful for your adventures and to help us as well. So we help each other, right?
Right. Well,
He looks at Ruin kind of like with on the back of the eye, just like straight into his eye. So he says that we help each other, right? And he looks at Ruin, who has been quite hostile all the way through.
Listen, I've done nothing but help.
I know. I don't mean anything. Just I don't want to discard you due to your size or anything. I'm not that kind of person. That's all.
Why did you
Helix,
mention my size?
What? Hey,
Why did you
what is
mention my
Helix?
size? I'm gonna
What
like
is
put my
Helix's
chest up.
what is Helix's charisma score? Because right now it's surely a minus something.
His charisma is +1. That's all. He's really.
I don't believe you.
hates,
Rubbish.
Everyone hates Helix. It's just
Rubbish.
like one of those
I don't believe
clerics.
I do have
Lies.
one more question, Helix.
Of
Do you have,
course,
like, a-
yes.
Do you have a private room or somewhere safe?
He kind of scratches himself like really bad, like at the back of his ear, like quite aggressively. Sure.
Like a big room, a really, really big room.
She kind of looks at you, kind of like, sure. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Lucky
You see on
we're
his
going with
eyes, he's pretty inside in you. He's looking straight into you.
Yeah, lucky we're
He's
going
gonna do an inside
I-
check on you, Ruin.
I just wanna practice some moves, some battle.
Oh,
moves.
okay, sure. That
Oh.
will be his insight is plus 11 though, so
Oh,
that'll be an 18 because he's level 20 cleric.
28.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Whoa! Okay,
Oh,
nice. Yep.
Sure, of course. Yes, we have some practice room for you. Fantastic. No problem at all.
Okay, wonderful.
We have the suite, the cell, the suite cell.
How big is the sweet cell?
Well, it's for criminals who were oversized, you know, like huge and gargantual creatures. So yes,
that's
it's
perfect.
rather large.
Oh, actually, is there one edit that I could make to the list as well? And he'll look over to where you wrote the quiver. If this is not here, Errol will just write it real quick. I heard about these bracers of archery. Either is fine, not both, but either is fine. Just if you can't find one, maybe the other. Like, I know it's a lot to ask. So it's just something that slipped in my mind, you too. Anyway.
Okay, so just to, I'm not sure if you were listening more.
No, I wasn't.
So Ruan is you are gonna stay in here, right, for tonight then, Ruan?
Yes.
And Errol as well,
Yeah.
right? And then the others will be going to the Yonin portal, where our organization has organized rooms for them. Also, Yagu has requested free drinks and food for the night, so we are granting that for them as well, included as well. Bruce is gonna go to the Temple of Selûne for the night, as far as we are out of game.
might not be back. Don't know yet, to be honest.
And we agreed to pay Siggy for his art as well. That is exceptional. So we will be giving him a little bit extra for that as well.
Aratus.
Yeah. Then they're sharing the list with us as well, what they want.
And Errol did request, hey, while I'm here, if Max Horgan wakes up, if you could be courteous as to get him die, then he could also be present for the interrogation as well to hear.
Yeah, that's it. And
Anyway.
Ruan has requested a very large room and lied to us. Helix went for it completely, so he believes that it's for training. So he's giving
I
him
don't think he's lying, actually.
In a sense, it is for training.
I'm not even sure, but I mean, they are happy. They're giving you a cell that is like a cell for oversized creatures. So anyway, they're happy to give you that.
Yeah.
All right, let's play through a couple of
be
scenes
back to
after.
you.
So the meeting itself kind of ends, but Hugret actually approaches you, Errol, and
Hey, Doc.
hey, kiddo. So thanks for not killing him. I didn't want you to kind of go through things in a way that you would regret. I honestly, this whole Tiamat thing is much bigger than both of us, and any chance that we can gain the upper hand on them would be great.
Well,
How are you holding up?
I mean, I appreciate you asking, and it's weird. I would think that I would have a little bit more of like a feeling of accomplishment of, yay, I found him, I did it, but it's not there, and I don't know. Hopefully, I can get some sort of solution, because I mean, the last time we were both there, you know, it's cursed to hell. I don't even know what's going on with it, and I feel some regret not cutting his throat when I had the chance, but I also feel at the same time that hopefully this will pay off. It's a mixture of things, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, as much as I would love to, when this is over, just cut his head off, I'm having a feeling that's not going to be an option at this point, so...
I don't think so. It's I think a little bit out of your hand now. Best to just forget about him now. He'll probably rot in the cells for the rest of his life. How many years? He's been living for a long time. I mean,
actually,
for us...
I was going to ask you about that. I didn't think he was alive at first, because he is human. Or at least he was human when I last saw him, but do you know what's going on with him, how he's able to do that? I mean, I didn't ask him, or, you know, I didn't care to ask him. I just I'm very confused about that. I mean, I could live that long. You can live that long. That's not weird, but for a human, that is weird.
Yeah, I guess you would assume that. Even myself, I wouldn't pretty much live for long. But I think because we've been traveling to these different time planes and stuff like that, timey-wimey stuff, kind of caused time to kind of extend for me, and that's why I'm still here. But I am getting old. I'm probably gonna perish someday. Idea. Still kicking though. I can still walk. So hey. But for him
Out of
himself,
game,
maybe.
just quickly, Mo and I imagine that he will be like the paladin from the Dungeons and Dragons movie, that because his relation with Say and stuff, he has some kind of blessing. That's why. But yeah, keep going, Mo. Sorry.
But yeah, I'll say. Well, you know, wizards they dabble in necromancy, and you know what necromancy spells are like. They can take life, prolong life. So I'm sure he's dabbled in that in some way. Last time I remember him, his face wasn't as sunken as it is now, but who knows?
Yeah. Well, I'd like to think that it's not exactly paying you back, but it's closer to that. I like
You
to
don't
think.
owe me anything. You don't me. He doesn't know. I don't. You don't owe me anything.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Cloakwood, growing up, was, if it wasn't for my sisters and my dad and my mom, I probably would have been eaten by some animals at some point. Some bear or wolves would have taken advantage of that, but you took me in, and I'm legitimately grateful for that. You know, and also,
Well, I was good friends with your mom, and your dad, but mostly your mom. And she was like a sister to me. So
you never did tell me exactly how you knew them. Like, even my granddad knew you, which is confusing.
the
I mean, we could have it some other time, that conversation. if you
it's a
want.
pretty long story. Yeah, we'll discuss it another day. But why don't you just go rest? I know you've been through a lot, and honestly, even though he's down there in the cell, just assume that he's already gone. You don't need to ever see him, speak to him again. That chapter, just close it out. We've got other problems now, and I'm sure you and your friends have got your own problems in hand. So let's hopefully stop whatever this Tiamat business is and kind of go on a little adventure someday, well, together again. You know?
I would love that. Like this group, they're an interesting bunch, but I kind of miss traveling with you, if I'm being honest. You know, and Errol, as he gets ready to walk out and just go find a bed or something, he holds up the door. Doc, I did right by my folks, right? Like, letting him live. I mean, I did right by them, right?
Yeah. You did. You did right to everyone. Everyone that was in that.
Thanks.
At that
Doc.
time. Yeah.
Anyway, good night. See you hopefully tomorrow or in the next couple hours, depending.
All right. No worries. Good night. You see
And
him
Errol
as
will
well
walk off.
afterwards. Walk off as well. And we move on to the scene where you see Helix and Ruin. Helix, he's taking you to this large, sweet cell, and as he opens the cage, you see it's pretty enormous.
Oh wow.
Space. I'll leave it to you guys.
Would that be good enough for you, the size wise?
Oh, the size is perfect. Just if you
excuse the black ooze, just try not to touch it. And there's, we cannot. So many of it. We cannot actually control it.
And you will see Helix just cast some kind of holy spell, and you see this divine light shines upon this creature that screeches on the wall as it falls into the floor. Blob, like this kind of weird blob. Oh,
Some of
sorry
that.
for that.
I would love some of that in a vial. It would go great with my slime.
Sure, please take he gives you an empty potion bottle. And please be my guest.
Oh, bet I'm taking it.
There is much more where that come from.
And you see, like on the top, there is like a few kind of like blobs, kind of like claiming the wall, like really high up in a corner, like a commemoration. A few of them.
Just try
That's
not to
adorable.
sleep under there. Yeah, I
Is
would
it just
recommend.
a bottle of black ooze?
Rune's
Yeah,
made a
it's
friend.
like an
it's
actually
lovely.
black ooze, actually like I can't remember 1 second out of game. I can't remember how they called, but yeah, I'll find it out.
Oh, this is wonderful. And then I apologize. I've got the memory of a chicken. Your name?
Uh-huh.
Helix.
Felix, yes.
I
Felix,
for some
yeah.
reason wanted to call you Felix.
Oh no, that's fine. If you can call me Felix,
No,
that's
no,
fine.
no. Your name is Helix.
But my cousin's cousin, but sure.
Anyways, Helix. If you hear noises coming from here, everything's gonna be a-okay. All right. Just keep the
Alright.
door shut
Okay,
Until-
perfect.
until morning. Maybe set some food and drink underneath the door, but
Sure. Any allergies or anything that we should know about?
oh, if you could just any seafood, fish, clams, mussels, anything.
Oh wow. Okay, sure. We have really good supplies here, as you see. We are in the seaside, so I will organize some nice majestic seafood platter for a folk of your size. You'll say.
Kind of like with you see like a smile, he shines for a second, and you see his teeth kind of like a glint, and she says that, and you see his fang.
Sure.
Okay, well, go ahead and just shut the door and seal it up. It's gonna be a while. I'll probably come out in the morning.
All right. No problem. You do you, sir.
As
And,
soon as the
rest
door
well.
shuts.
Yeah, he shuts the door. You hear like a double, like a triple lock, like like a kind of like, even if you could still come out because you're quite small, so you could actually fit where they give the food through. You could actually fit through there easily, so you could still come out if you wanted to.
Oh, perfect.
But he left his lock. He will tell you, yes, if you need to come out, you can open this lock. He looks at you, sure, and you can make your way out as you want. There is the bathroom, the staff bathroom is like down the hall on the corridor on the left.
All right, perfect. Thank you again, Helix. I appreciate everything you've
All right,
done.
a pleasure. Happy to help.
And he kind of leaves
With
with his big hammer on the back.
As soon as I know it's quiet, can I try to summon my weapon? And if it summons, is it the weapon that I thought that I left at Lake Eldeth?
Okay.
What did you say? You want to summon the?
I'm gonna try and summon a weapon. If I summon it, is it the same one that I thought I left at Lake Eldeth?
As you focus, and you summon it, the same weapon returns back to your hand.
I guess it's not gonna be that easy. Can I try to touch the amulet? Celebi, Willowban, if you can hear me. I'm not asking anymore. I'm telling you. I want you here now. No more games. No more playing.
Make a either persuasion or intimidation, or whichever one you are attempting to do.
Intimidation. 21?
Pretty rune.
I've heard that's a very magical number.
You could also guidance yourself, technically.
Did you roll?
Yeah. 21.
I didn't see it.
Oh,
there
there
it
it
is,
is.
yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Weird.
Weirdly delayed.
No.
It's
Sorry.
because I wasn't looking at the...
They are black puddings, the things on the top of the wall, by the way.
Oh, that's so cute!
You have like they are babies, so they are not the CR4 just out of game. They are much
had-
lower CR. They are tiny ones. CR1.
You'll have to rewatch the stream, but me and you had very different reactions.
Yeah, that ogre doesn't make their babies.
Who are you trying to contact?
Both of them.
Celebi or Willaban? Pick one.
No. Oh, I have to pick one. If I'm trying to contact both of them, could I? Because it'd be better if I could.
Pick one for now.
Yeah, celestial or demon? Or devil, so let's say.
Odds are Cisco. Odds are even.
Evens.
Oh, son of a bitch. Even. So it's going to be Cisco.
Cool.
It's going to be Celebi.
Alright, so the celestial Celebi. Yeah.
As you focus and you think, and your words resonate into the gem, you begin to it glow, and then you begin to hear. Before in front of you, coming out, appearing from a ball of light, spreads these enormous wings that almost feel like they are as big as the room itself, before the color and the light begins to kind of form into the angelic body of Celebi as he stands there.
Ruin. What a surprise to hear you once more.
Is it really that much of a surprise? Bring Willowban here too.
I find your commanding tone rather amusing tonight.
Oh,
I
it's not
guess
gonna be
you are
amusing.
imbibing once more.
No. Bring Willowban here. Right now.
Just for emotional support. Not by your command, obviously, Ruin? Or are we feeling funny tonight?
Oh, it's gonna be hilarious if you keep playing this game.
You feel for a second his eyes glow with this kind of like divine magic that makes you blind with having to make a saving throw. It's like you can just not look at it and say, "Sure, I will grant your wish for once." And then slowly, what happens more as Willowban might appear or not.
You see for a moment as you cover your eyes from the kind of blinding light, and once you begin trying to kind of the light kind of diminishes from Celebi as well. You see coming out of the ground an infernal flame that you immediately feel the presence of, and you have to kind of either fly a little bit back against the wall itself as the burning sensation kind of from the heat itself, from the proximity, causes you to kind of go back from coming out of the ground, just crumbling. You see the visage of the almost draconic-like devilish being of Willowban as he appears and looks at you and says,
"What is it now, Ruin, Synergy?"
I want you to know that I've summoned both of you here. I'm not going to be a part.
Before you keep going, just quickly make a perception check at advantage.
Oh, true. And then one more because it's not letting me do advantage. 25.
Yeah, you notice that behind you there is a flying sword, like it could be 20 times the size of you, kind of like on the room, kind of just leaning, floating on the air, and it shines with divine light.
Actual weapon.
You... Oh... Is she threatening me?
I mean, you can take it as you wish, but I'm just giving you a warning. That's at the end.
That's fine.
I was busy.
I have been busy. I've lost my friend, the only one who thought I was good, and I'll pull out the letter. You both think I haven't changed. I have, and my eyes hopefully will turn to slits, and I'm going to try to use Draconic Metamorphosis.
Go for it.
Please work. Please work. Please fucking work. Please.
You
If
need
this
a
doesn't work,
zero.
can I?
You need a 0 to 10, or a 90 to 100.
Oh, please, please, please. Could I use my moat of possibility? I'm willing to waste it. Or not waste it, but use it, please.
Sure.
Sure.
Oh, fuck yes. Thank you very much. Yes!
Okay.
I turn into the Moonstone Dragon.
As you are about to turn, you feel with a 21 to hit, the sword slashes through you. You take 25 points of radiant damage and 22 slashing for a total of 47.
Just a quick question. Would that be while I'm still in fairy form that I take that damage?
How many hit points do you have?
I have 104 in my hair.
Yeah, so
my
it
fairy
will be
form,
on
and I would-
fairy form, yeah.
And the
as
radiant
you are
damage will-
converting.
the radiant damage will be absorbed by the moonstone from Barry.
Yeah, half of it. So you are resistant to it, so you will take half.
Okay, so how much damage is that again?
So that will be 22 plus 12. So 22 plus 12, 34 instead.
Okay. All right.
However, you feel it's non-lethal though, even though it's radiant. Even if he will have killed you, not that he would, but he's just warning you. But then, tell us how it looks when you start transforming, Ruin.
First,
It's okay with that.
I would like to imagine, just for comedy, by the way, that like Helix tries to go to the door, and as he does, the tail smacks into the door.
Yep.
There's just a loud shake, but as it's happening, Ruin's 2 hands are gonna just extend and turn into like 3 giant claws, and his skin's just gonna turn scaly white and going all the way up. His face will just start to extend, and he's gonna take both his hands and try to slam them into the Williban and Celebi. Today, I'm going to put you in your place.
Very well. I guess this is our entertainment for tonight. Celebi.
I am in the mood for a fight. This is gonna be highly entertaining.
It's not a
What
fight.
a shame there is no one here to make bets.
It's gonna be a one-man slaughter.
And you see as you start kind of extending yourself
We roll
with the
initiative
draconic
first?
form, there is gonna be no initiative.
Fuck.
You spread your wings. You see them both kind of the infernal rage of the of Williban, and then the radiant energy of Celebi as you all kind of collide in a poetic painting before it cuts away, and we go to Bruce, who steps out.
He steps out of the interrogation, well, the meeting room. He starts making his way to leave out of Force Grey out into the city itself. Look.
Oh, yes. As you do, he's gonna notice you as well. Basically, he's after. I assume we'll all go to the yawning portal. But at that point, once he starts to notice you leave,
He goes from Force Grey into town. He's not going to the yawning portal. So...
right. Well, in that case, he'll just follow you and say, "Oh, I'm just going to the yawning portal. I might as well come with you."
I'm not going to the yawning portal.
Oh well, we're walking into town.
Very well. Appreciate the company. And he keeps walking. It's a brisk stride. So
Yeah, well,
he's pretty
that's
quick.
what Ziggy does. He keeps up pace with you. Then you assume he goes to the yawning portal. There's like one moment where he takes another turn, and you think he's gone.
Would my passive perception of 17 help at all? I'm guessing.
Would your
it doesn't.
passive perception figure out that somebody else has shape changed and then has started following you and is just looking like a complete stranger?
Nah, because he doesn't see you transform very often, so he doesn't know your quirks when you transform. So he goes, "Oh, goodbye then," and keeps walking.
Okay.
And he will make his way to the temple of Saloon.
All right.
I
You
will
walk.
follow him in there.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
walk the path once again, traveling along, and eventually you do find a temple of Saloon. Because I think the last time you found the temple in Neverwinter, right? That was the one.
I might have been mistaken then. I thought this was where the big one was.
No, I think
never mind.
Waterdeep had the saloon one, I believe.
the Waterdeep had. No, Neverwinter had the Saloon one.
I've got my cities mixed up there.
The Neverwinter one was the one where we met the Archpriestess, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
I've got.
Well, I mean, it's
But-
Waterdeep. It's a big.
I mean,
city.
Waterdeep does have a Saloon temple. Yeah.
Yeah, he goes looking for a temple, the temple of Saloon in the city. Like, he just needs to find one. He's
Yeah.
just
Let me see if I've got
looking
it
around
here.
for it. He's like muttering to himself, "This bloody thing must be obvious, surely."
Yeah. As you kind of look around, you do see there is this kind of like a dome, a domed building. Honestly, it actually looks like a mosque itself, and it
Ooh,
has
I like that.
yeah, and it has the moon's out, so the shine of it almost looks like the moon reflection on the dome itself looks like a bigger version of the moon on top of it, as it's kind of reflecting off the light itself. But there is this kind of few steps that take you, and you see a sign saying House of the Moon. That's what the temple of the one in Waterdeep is called. As you approach it, you see many of folks, believers of Saloon, stepping in and out, especially at the time that it is now, at the night time. People going in, and it seems like a lot busier than a normal temple you would usually see in other cities. Yeah.
Just quickly, if it's still okay to preach on your whatever you're doing.
No,
Andy.
carry on. This could be really interesting.
As he's walking up, you'll notice you go there specifically that, and Zig will shape change into a good approximation of what a priest would look like, and just tap on your shoulder and say, "May I help you, sir?"
Yeah, imagine he's inside. He's kind of looking for a spot to go. Oh, hello, Your Holiness. Truth be told, I'm not entirely sure what to refer to the people of the clergy here.
I'm not much of it. I do just about, but I'm not really all too clergy. I offer support, but you can call me whatever you like.
Oh, a layperson of the clergy. Oh, okay. That might be too bad, actually. I'm just looking for a place to pray. Please.
Well,
it's rather busy.
You can do that here. It's quite busy, but may I ask what's going on? Why you need us today?
I was hoping for some guidance, some advice, actually. He holds up his hand with the ring with the holy symbol. I'm a recent convert.
I can see that. You know, we're just looking towards it and see there's a lot of pain there right now, but you know, I don't think you need to. You're more than happy to speak to someone else if necessary, but quickly just have my peace and the
Quite
pain you're
observant.
suffering right now. I don't think of it as a bad thing. That pain is hope. It hurts just because of how fragile it is. And you don't want it to get crushed because, as I said, hope is quite a fragile thing, but if you can cling onto it, you can get through anything. You know that.
Make a perception check, Luke.
Yeah.
What was the game
Also,
to say?
just quickly, Bruce, you will remember as well that when you met the sister Liane and
I'll add the
the
detail.
priestess, they were calling each other sister and mother. So you will think that sister or brother will be the normal terminology that you will use.
Okay.
Sure
As you-
thing.
As you kind of look at the entrance and you're speaking to him, he said obviously he wanted to pray, and as you look around, you do see a sign which says Chapel of the Waning Moon. It seems to be a good place to send someone to for
I-
person who wants
this
private.
Isn't this isn't my place. I won't do that.
Okay.
This is quite interesting. I'm enjoying this.
But yeah, that pain you feel, I know it hurts, but it is hope. It is hope, my child. Think on that.
Well, I thank you for your advice, but I'm sorry, but right now I can't agree. I felt hope before, but I lost someone recently, and further back I lost another, and both to the same cause. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything about it, and
But you're still here. That's what matters. So cling on to it. Let
I'll
it
always-
fuel you.
I'll always stand.
You need to be strong. I'm sure you have many allies who would need your strength right now.
I do.
So cling on to it. That's all I say. And Ziggy will walk off.
Oh, goodbye.
On purpose, you will accidentally drop a tarot card, but make it seem like it's an accident.
Make a fate roll, Siggy, just for fans and giggles.
Can't I just do performance? It's what I'm good at.
Not
I
for
want
that.
you-
It's something
Okay.
unrelated to what you're doing.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Yeah.
Hi. Hi.
Okay. You actually see this old man with like super greasy hands, like almost like a homeless person that comes to grab your ropes and shouting, "Sister, I need you!" But then you kind of like dodge it away, and you see like he grabs to someone else.
He needs hope more than you do, so you should better cling on to yours before he steals it. And he'll walk off, dropping a tarot card accidentally on purpose.
I'm guessing with my passive perception of 17, he noticed as you're leaving. Oh, he picks up.
Mhm.
Sir, you've dropped it.
You'll see him just quickly. His eyes flash a different color, and he'll walk off. You never see him again.
Yeah, I imagine he shifts just as I look up.
You notice it's one of Ziggy's cards, though. I don't know which card because I didn't think that far ahead. You know, it's a tarot card.
He's dead. I'm joking.
You know what? You just said, oh, this man was full of shit. That's it. I'm leaving. Bye.
No. It'll be a card. I just don't know which. Oh, the Avenger card. That'll do.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a nice one.
So he looks
my
at.
camera quality is shit.
I know that looks good. You know what? It's a female warrior as well. Saloon is a goddess. It's like
Yes, it's all. I'm smart, guys.
Please take a point of inspiration for that look. That was really good fun.
absolutely.
Yeah, that was amazing. I'm sure Mo agrees too.
Let me just check something here. Nope, not that.
Also, you take another one too as well, Lucky, for being so ballsy. Even if you will never see
Yeah, you
your
gotta
character
need it
again. But
You
yeah.
gotta need it
saw
for a
Rune
third
again.
character, man.
Never saw Rune again. Where is he? Oh, I don't know. There's this stain on the floor, but that cat. Well, never mind.
Splatter.
It's very ruin shaped.
It's
I
coincidence.
would like to just imagine that Force Grey is just shaking up like a fucking storm.
He looks like. Did I make a mistake letting him go there?
Yeah. Dragon tail shakes like with the wall.
Every time Helix is like, "I got your food."
He's very trustworthy.
One shrimp.
Okay.
Helix and Rune are going to be this close.
Oh God. Okay. Oh Christ. Okay. back to it. With the intelligence check of 13, Bruce looks at the car. Oh, Ziggy might be able to tell me what this means. This is a tarot card. Oh, it's a tarot card. He'll put it in his pocket. One of Aki's many pockets in his coat that he's pinched from him. And he will look around. I'm assuming he finds a spot to pray.
Are you looking for
And,
some special spot, or are you just looking for a spot?
A spot. He's not thinking that far ahead, really. If it was private, better. But he's just kind of, where do I go?
Sure. You find a nice spot. You see a slightly more emptier room. People go in and out of, but you find a seat in there, and it's private enough.
Actually, he steps in and goes, wait, no, better idea. He steps outside of the building. He tries to climb onto the roof where the moon is shining on it. He just goes, wait, no, better idea.
Okay. You do see that there are guards around of the city and stuff like that. Do you want to do this privately, or are you gonna ask permission to do it?
He will try to walk in like he belongs, and if they challenge us, he'll show them the ring. Says, "No, I belong here. I have some business with my goddess."
Okay.
So if they spot him, you just walk in, trying to blend in out in the open.
Yeah. As you attempt to climb, the guards do come and kind of stop you. However, that you do see another priest kind of come up to you and just say, "I'm sorry. What are you attempting to do?"
I'm trying to be closer to the moon and to Saloon, brother. If you don't mind, and you'll continue climbing.
No, hold on. There may be a
Yes?
better spot for you. If you are happy to wait for a couple of hours, there is a spot that is known to be the closest possible part of this building that will give you the most feels the closest to her and her blessing. Are you willing to wait?
Honestly, brother, no. And he looks kind of almost pleading. He says, "Please just let me climb onto the roof. I won't be any trouble."
Make a persuasion check.
God, no, please.
With advantage.
Oh my
sorrow.
god. Alright, here's the first one. That's not bad, actually. 18.
Fuck,
18
that's
then.
amazing.
Oh,
We believe
okay.
in you, Bruce.
Do you have guidance?
You know what? I do. He says this is internal guidance. 20.
He looks at you. He goes to the guards. He'd be like, "It is okay. I see he has been blessed by Saloon herself. You may leave. I will see that he does not cause any problems. I do not know what you are attempting to do. I have a ladder in the back if it makes it easier for you to where you wish to go. But if you promise not to vandalize the building itself, I will allow you to climb."
I swear I would do no such thing to this place.
Very well. Let me just get the ladder for you then. Hold on a minute. And you see him kind of go back. A few moments later, gets a wooden ladder. Here you go. I'll be down
Thank
here waiting for you. Take as long as you need.
Thank you. He clambers up and he gets onto the roof and he feels like he's that bit closer. He sighs deeply. He gets in on his knees, in his sort of meditation pose and and he's going to attempt to pray for some kind of guidance. And then he starts to speak out loud. Moon Maiden, here I am again, laid low by my enemies and yours. This is the second time I have failed you so spectacularly, and those closest to me. The one I was meant to protect is long gone. My brother is now a captive of the same people, the same person. And I don't know what to do. You say your tenants tolerance, equality. Life is precious. But I've had a great hole gouged to me a second time by the same people. Whenever I think of them, all I can think of is the worst things I could possibly imagine I could do to another being. Every hurt, every injury could be inflicted upon them. And I would bring them back. And I would do it again. And again. Until I was done and there was nothing left of them but a broken husk. I hate them all. And then... I know what you would want and what my brother would want. I don't know what to do. I think soon I might be properly alone. I need a sign. Anything. Anything. I don't know where else to go at this point. Lockwood stands firm, but by the gods, I am struggling to stay on my feet. What can I do at this point? What can I do? And he will wait at this point.
Sure. Make a religion check with advantage.
They're nominally good at them. Use the first one. 14. Use the second one. 15.
You can
Would
guide
you
it
let me
yourself.
do guidance for this?
Yeah.
Is it an internal guidance?
Yeah.
The one, of course. 16.
Okay. As you sit or stand up there.
He's still kneeling.
Yeah.
Can I quickly flavour something?
Yeah, go ahead.
The card I gave him, could I potentially use it to cast one of my spirit bards? I know it has to be random, but can I potentially just flavour it as I gave him one of the tales?
Sure. Which one did you want to give him?
So, Tale of the Clever Animal specifically gives you an inspiration to every intelligence, wisdom, or charisma check for the next 10 minutes.
You already had advantage, right?
I had an advantage already.
Yeah,
so
but it's an extra
inspirational.
D10 if he needs the roll. It's just,
Yeah.
it's the only time I'll ever use it in this campaign and not be annoyed.
I see that kind of inspiration. My apologies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Permit that more?
Yeah, add it on.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Add a D10.
Sure thing.
You
Yeah.
don't notice, but just a little, the card
he
just
has no
disappears and a
Yeah.
little, I don't know, a pseudo dragon appears on your neck or whatever.
Oh,
You don't notice the card that you had placed in your pocket just wither away and disappear, but you feel a magic. You feel something as if your words, your cry, or your plea seems to be reaching far and wide, even though they were not loud. Deep down you feel like they have. And as you wait, you see the angle of the moon beginning to kind of shift, and slowly the light of the moon falls on you yourself. And as
Also, if I may add, you see, because the theater saloon is always there. There is this kind of group of little sparkles, like meteors that are next to the moon. You see they shine almost like in a line. You know, like when you have one of those lines that start glowing, and it kind of you see it doing a weird effect. Yeah, keep going.
And as the light hits you, you feel something. And as you kind of reach, what is the first from the weapon, from the arsenal that you have, what is the first weapon that you're gonna feel and go to when you're thinking about this anger?
I'm probably going to say the gut wrencher. It's got the most emotional value to him.
Yeah. You notice there is this radiant glow on it for that moment. And as you kind of reach back and pull it out, there is this shine to it. Like the weapon feels guided. Like if you were to strike, Saloon will help you strike. She is helping you to channel this through her.
I see. Not just the light that stands against the darkness, then. A sword to strike down those who would cast it. I think that's fitting. Find a way to bring them both back. I swear it. And I will still cast your light. And he does cast the light cantrip in his hand on the ring.
Mm.
Swear it. And remembering what Aki would always like to do, sleeping under the stars, he will stay on the roof for the night and attempt to sleep. And if he's not done this before. If it's a troubled sleep, I would get that. So
you hear, but you ignore. You hear, "Are you gonna be long up there? Hello?
Yeah, he
Hello?"
doesn't answer. He stays in like meditation and sort of quiet contemplation. Occasionally, prayer. I imagine during this time as well, you see that the spirit of Steel and Traveler both kind of sort of lie down next to him as well while he's still there. And as it gets later, he will lie back under the moonlight and attempt to sleep, still with renewed purpose, but still kind of torn. Remembering what Saloon would want, but what he wants to do as well, which is definitely not something Saloon preaches.
And even though you lie there and you just close your eyes, after a few moments, you do hear someone coming up the ladder, and you expect it's the old man. But he doesn't say anything. And then you feel someone putting like some sort of roll on you or some sort of kind of drape on you. And then you just hear the ladder, someone climbing down once again.
And just the image of him doing it with the spirit bear and the spirit elk are both there looking at him.
The funny thing is, it doesn't seem like he saw them. This person didn't see them.
Okay.
So for you, you see them, but this person just saw you thinking that you fell asleep, and has put something on you and he's gone away. And as you are there, looked after guided by the moonlight, and the spirit of Steel and the Traveler next to you, you eventually do fall asleep. And as you do, we'll take a short break, and then when we come back, we will continue what happens during this night, because there is more.
I love it.
All right.
Siren went off right at that moment.
Very nice.
All right. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. See you in a bit.
Yay! See you soon.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome back. Let me switch this music off. Let's put something else back on. Where was I? Nope. Yep.
Yeah, that sounds
All right.
good.
All right. So as the night continues, Errol, you are sleeping in the Evermore Tower, and just before we continue, Yagu, are you just getting drunk in the in the
Yeah, as we
yawning?
switch from perspective with the camera from going from Bruce to Runes, eventually we go to the yawning portal, and basically a shot from LMFAO starts playing, and you see Joku going completely drunk, and eventually he will shots,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
eventually it will
definitely,
get off, and he was just on his bed. That's
Yeah, you see
Oh,
Durnan, the barman, he's just like the tap keep pouring and more and more and more and more. And
another
more.
round on my name, he says, even though
Yeah,
straight
go,
face for
yeah,
everything.
go. There is like a crowd going, yeah, go.
Why
Someone
is
drops a glass,
I'm,
smashes, the whole bar goes. "Hey!"
I'm assuming Ziggy walks into the yawning portal eventually.
Yeah, yeah. I
And
mean,
sees
I
this.
will. If Bruce is like, if my attempt to help Bruce doesn't take too long, I'll probably be joining in.
Yeah, you see
Yeah.
this orc, female orc, like a mercenary, kind of like doing a shot competition with Yagu, but she's like stumbling around, like you see the typical scene, and Yagu is just like keeps going and going and going and going, you know?
As I see, she will fill eventually her con says Yoku will give her the +3 as well to retain it.
To continue.
Yeah, I am Yagu Stonefish, and I've never lost, like, and she kind of collapses on the bar eventually.
All right, and as you party on, the two of you, eventually we go back into the Evermore Tower, and it's the middle of the night. Everyone is pretty much asleep. Everyone is quiet. However, there is a knock on your door, Errol Demerfield.
Yep. Hello?
Errol Demerfield, you have been requested.
Oh, okay. And Harold will stand up, wipe himself off from just dust or whatever while he was just meditating, and then open the door. And
You
follow.
look around before you have to look down, and there you see a gnomish person, a woman. She kind of looks up and she says, "You have been requested by Max Horrigan."
Okay. And yep. Harold will follow her.
She's walking with you. We have tried to interrogate him. He seems to be not speaking or answering any of our questions that we have been asking. We have tried to influence him, but it seems he is quite a skilled magician himself, despite our efforts to stop his magic. He seems to be a very skilled torturer himself and knows methods to not speak if he does not need to. And the only thing he has said is he wishes to speak to you, and he will only answer to you.
Very well then. Do you know if? So you're telling me the zone of truth does work? He's just figured out that he could stay silent. In other words.
It seems he knows what his surroundings are and what these spells do.
Very well. Thank you very much, Miss. I actually don't know your name.
I can't remember. It's the same gnome person that was speaking to Aki, but I forgot her name.
Twinklebee.
Twinklebee, sure.
Thanks, Miss Twinklebee. Do you know if Dr. Gret is around by any chance? Maybe just in case if he tries anything else. He is pretty skilled himself, but
I saw him step out, but I can ask for him
if you would be so kind.
to see if he's around. Do you wish to wait for him to be there, or would you like?
You could just send him along. I'll try talking to him. I mean, worst case scenario, he's just gonna waste both our time, and we can get back to resting.
All right, sure. Well, She takes you to the door, unlocks it. Just so you are aware, you will also be under the influence of the zone of truth. So,
Very well. That's a risk I'll take. Harold will step in. All right,
Okay.
first to test this. So go.
yeah, as you open the door, there you see him, the opposite side with a magical glowing orb above his head is Max Horrigan. Now, without anything to cover his mouth, he looks up, and he has this smile on his face, and like this is his own home, he, with his shackled hands, he gestures towards the seat, telling you to sit down to the opposite chair.
Harold's gonna stay standing. All right, so just to test this out, my name.
Oh, he said my
Oh
name
no, we
and he
lost
froze.
him.
Wow, it's the stress, Max Horrigan. He just cast a spell, fucking needed you and me more realized. How did he do that?
Cast silence.
Beyond the veil.
Whole
Fucking
person.
hell.
Ah!
Yep, he just
Oh,
fucking whole
the-
person on him.
Damn! Wow.
Wow,
Just-
he's strong.
Wow.
Amazing.
well,
What do?
Wow, and that was it. 1 minute. It's the last 1 minute. Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
Back to
Oh
back
no,
to the yawning
Harold dead.
back to the yawning portal.
Back to the yawning portal. Shot him, shot.
Go, go, go.
Okay, for the fun of it.
Mark, I hope,
And
you saw
Jocko
my-
is out.
I hope you saw the little comic about orc courtship, by the way.
Yeah. And I
Well, I haven't
think
seen
that's
it.
when Yagu starts succumbing to slowly. the
Well, what would
power.
be crazy if he's still talking and he hasn't realized he's disconnected.
Oh no, he typed in the general
No,
chat.
Oh yes, okay.
He's
Wait, wait.
realised. He's realised.
Okay, okay.
There's just a shocked look on the stream.
I know, right?
No. Fucking
I should keep the
AI
camera up on my
is
phone.
rebelling on us. That's what it is.
Oh, I think he's back.
Potentially.
Oh, cool.
Potentially,
Sorry,
he's almost there.
I got my phone.
Okay.
Just
Yay.
plugged me in and out of my computer real quick. Sorry about that.
No, come
That's
on,
alright.
that's okay.
Do you still need my camera on? Because I am on my phone, but I could turn it on if you, or unless you're willing to wait. Like,
Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait,
But
but you can carry on talking if you want. Yeah.
okay.
Um,
So
I'll-
Harold will just stay standing still, and he'll test out that. Okay, he'll say, "All right, my name is," and then you'll notice a little struggle to spell. Okay, Harold Emerfield. Okay, that spell works. What's your name?
You already know my name.
Humor me.
Max Horrigan.
So, you called me in here. Damn it.
Why don't you make yourself comfortable? I think we've lost it. Oh, he's just
Yeah.
trying. He's just trying to sort his stuff. Yeah,
Oh no.
that's okay.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Sorry. Okay, sorry about all that, guys. Anyway, I'm back on my computer, and while he's getting the camera on, I'll just say, I'll stay standing if it's all the same. So,
Suit yourself.
you called me in here. I'm guessing there's something in particular you want to say.
Not really, but it seemed that you had deep interest in me. I do recognize your features. You resemble a lot like your mother.
That hand of yours, where'd it go?
So it's gone. Walked away, supposedly. I have no idea. Do you know where it is gone?
Okay. You were amongst the scales. Where would they go if they had to leave?
Back to their base, I presume.
And where would that be?
He doesn't say anything.
Very well. You were part of a group called the Eradicators, correct? Back in Thay?
I see someone has been doing research about my work. Well, I don't know if it is about my work. With Eradicator, there were a few of us that had to do some jobs out of the Thayan Empire itself. But yes, I did.
Okay. With that in mind, 154 years ago, you and a group of Eradicators decided to massacre a village in Cloakwood. Am I correct?
Clearly, I did not accomplish my job fully. I thought I had got every single one of yous.
If you could ask
Zastan
questions,
would be
please.
very, very upset with me.
Clearly he would. Is that a yes, I'm guessing, then?
I was the one there, yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna cut to the chase. Why? What were you looking for exactly?
Looking for? I mean, I found what I was looking for there.
And what was that?
Your mother and her bloodline.
And what would a wood elf have done to, I guess, garner that attention from the Empire of Thay?
Oh, your mother was not just a simple wood elf. Did she not tell you where she came from? Who she was? Where she went from and ran away from?
Answer the question, please.
I am answering your question.
So, you and the Eradicators were sent to Cloakwood to, what, kill an entire bloodline for some reason?
Do you know what our job as eradicators are?
I'm still having a hard time getting that picture painted. I don't know if you caught that, the Discord.
Yeah, let me
freaked out a
explain.
little
Let
bit.
me paint the picture for you then. We are sent out to seek out those that the Thayan Empire realized should not exist in this world anymore. This includes those that ran away from us, betrayed us, those that have been exiled, who may take out or spread the secrets of our nation.
So you expect me to believe that that she was one of yours somehow? A human-centric empire?
I remember you. He cannot lie. He's on the Son of Truth. Just
Harold's still
out,
gonna-
out of character. No, I know.
Harold's still gonna
I'm
say
just
it
saying.
anyway, yeah.
I
He's
know, I know.
like...
But yeah.
But I appreciate it, Tisco, thank you.
You really don't know who your mother was, then?
I know she was more than capable of killing a couple of your guys.
Oh, yes. Oh, only if she did not refuse what she was taught. What she knew. But she did, and she picked up a stick and a bow instead. Probably an influence of your father. Or your grandfather.
And of that event, you killed all of the elves there? I mean, besides the one in front of you, that is.
He doesn't answer.
Okay, I can see that this is clearly a waste of time. In that case, you and your men also did something to the land, correct?
To the land?
some sort of magic on the land even after you left?
What do you
Something
mean?
that involves your daggers, perhaps?
Explain to me more.
Well, let's just say Cloakwood's not exactly the same as you left it. And things that tend to die there tend to not go to where they're supposed to go. What did you do to it?
Honestly, I do not know what you are talking about. I don't think we did anything. What I came to do was what I intended. I would appreciate the chance to accomplish my mission if you would just take these shackles off.
Okay, and then Earls is gonna take a dagger out and just hold his head and then just start putting it towards his throat. You know, I'm having a really, really hard time not cutting your throat, so I need a little bit more to go on than you annoying me right now.
I see. I see it in your eyes. It is the same eyes the way she used to look at when she used to torture people.
And Errol's is gonna put it away, slam his head on the table like Batman does in The Dark Knight, and then just stand up. Anyway, not sorry about that. So, what were you hoping to really accomplish here besides annoying me?
Where were you hiding when I crushed your mother's head? You seem to know what had happened. Where were you? Humor me.
Somewhere you couldn't see clearly.
But close enough to hear? Close enough to hear the conversation your mother and I had before I crushed it. Ruin you. I mean, Errol, you kind of, you think back, you're thinking conversation? What conversation?
Wasn't close enough for that. You mentioned, though, you were looking for the bloodline, but you said take the children. Did you take any children, or were they all killed as well?
He just doesn't answer.
Then you're not getting your answer of where it was.
I appreciate you coming here, humoring me. I just wanted to see if you had some part of your mother. You know, she was born to be great. It is a shame, just like you are a shame to me right now that you cannot complete your actions, your revenge. Something faulted in her. The same way you are faulted now. You put a blade next to my neck and yet you restrained yourself. She was a coward that ran away, and you are a coward that stands before me. And he spits on the ground. I apologize for not being able to take your life.
Well, for what it's worth, enjoy living as the failure to Saztem, as you rot in here forever. I'm many things. At least I was never abandoned, as Harold will just walk out.
Before you walk out,
Sure.
he'll just be like, "You and I are the same."
Keep telling yourself that. And then Harold will just close the door.
All right.
Well, there goes a beautiful night. And assuming that the gnome is there, thank you very much for that.
Right. We did hear the whole conversation.
Yeah. Still, thank you for coming to get me to... Sorry for wasting all of our time.
It wasn't a waste of time. It is good to know that he has a soft spot for you. We may be able to use that.
Wouldn't exactly call that soft. But...
Why
Whatever
don't you
suits-
go up, rest up? Have a good night. We'll let Gret know that you spoke. Do you want him, when he comes, to send him to your room?
I would appreciate that also, yes. You're doing a lot. Thank you.
That's all right. You've been very helpful. Have a good night,
You
Mr.
too.
Emmerfield.
You too, thank you.
And as you go up, and you go to the room, we'll leave that spot for a moment, and we'll go back deep into the cells of the tower itself, and the lowest part and the biggest cell in there. Ruin Synergy. Your head falls to the ground. A large thud. Your eyes begin to kind of open and close as the pain and the wounds that have been inflicted on you by these two creatures seem to have exhausted your strength and your ability to fight, and you feel like you are going into a slumber, into a sleep, and going unconscious. But before you do go unconscious, you do hear them speak a little bit amongst themselves, as they say,
He has become stronger, don't you think, Celebi?
Yes. It worries me deeply. Once more, he's returned. How is this possible?
Well, we shall see if the influence of what he becomes is more favored to your will or to mine. I still believe that he will succumb to his dark side.
Well, there is goodness on everything. Do not doubt it. I feel his path will fix itself. And you might be wrong once more, my dearest friend.
You do know I hate it when you call me that. We are acquaintances.
Yes, 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 whatever you say, my acquaintance. And you see this kind of like look of kindness that you see that the devilish creature hates so much. And kind of like
Sometimes I regret you coming into my life.
I wish I could say the same.
and with your last moment and your eyes kind of close, you just see a kind of bright light for a moment, and the next time you open your eyes, you feel like you have kind of rested. You feel but there's no sign of Willabano and Celebi anymore around you.
Did they look a little hurt at all?
You
Even just a little
you
scratch?
you kind of thought you did strike him here and there, but you're unsure if you actually hurt them or anything like that. In a way,
Okay.
from time to time, whatever damage you did on Celebi seemed like the next moment it automatically healed himself.
Good. Fuck. If I'm waking up the next morning, I'll just try to meet the others at some point. But if you want to go back to them, that's fine.
Okay. All right. As you wake up and release yourself and start making your way up, during the just the night just before we come to the next day. You guys, Harold, you hear another knock on the door as hey kiddo, you awake? Sorry, I couldn't make it in time. Is everything all right?
Yeah, that's fine. Doc, could you actually come in? I want to talk to you for a sec.
Oh yeah, sure. Just opens the door. Kind of steps in.
Oh, Barry.
Sure.
Here you go. Gives him a bear. Yeah, they're not quite like my dad's, but actually, it's funny. It's weird. Ever since you gave me this rift spanner, I've been able to do a lot of things, even magic, which I'm normally not able to do. It's actually kind of weird.
I think when you travel through different planes using this, you start absorbing the weave, the magic around from it, and it transforms it as you kind of go along. The more you use it, it's almost like a puzzle itself. You start unlocking new things as you kind of go along. So have fun with it. You never know what it'll get up to.
Thanks. So anyway, I got a little bit off topic. I just had a chat with Max Horrigan, actually.
All right.
He woke up.
They didn't tell me you did that.
Yeah, he just woke up, and apparently he refused to talk to anybody else but me, which is weird.
All right. Did he? Okay. You can see him. He's very uncomfortable, and he just. What did he have to say?
Well, I tried to bring up that I knew that he was of the Eradicators, and I knew that he went to Cloakwood, and I guess he was surprised I was still alive. And he told me about his mission, which was to hunt my mother and her bloodline. And Eradicators are normally sent whenever anyone has run away or been a part of Tay or anything like that. And I mean, it was a strange conversation. And I'm going to be honest with you, I actually almost cut his throat right there, but I didn't. Probably should have, bastard. But that's not the point. The point, Doc, is you've known my mother longer than me. If there's something you're not telling me about her, I'm a grown elf. You can tell me now.
You see him kind of think to himself for a moment, and you see this kind of concern. He keeps looking down, thinking, and then looking at you as if he wants to tell you something, but he's scared to even say anything to you. Not in the fear of what you will do, but how you'll probably maybe you react to it in a way.
Doc, traveling with you was an incredible period of my life. Seeing so many things. I'm always grateful for that. And don't get me wrong, I love the name you gave me, Harold. I think it's great, but I need to know the truth. The century and a half, I thought all I had to do was just keep killing red wizards, and that would be the end of my pain. And it's never dulled at all. I still feel it all the time whenever I try to rest and meditate, but I think being with the group that I'm with, I think it's somewhat been a bit easier for me to take whatever's different about me. And I really wish that you would trust me enough with that after everything.
It's not about trust, my kiddo. It's not about trust. It's just about keeping my word.
Your word? I saw her head get crushed, Doc. That wasn't someone who was just in the way. That was something personal.
It's keeping my word to your mother.
I really
I
wish
haven't
that you
said
would...
I want to tell you, but every time I do, I just see her, and there's things that she's told me that I wish I could tell you, but if I do, then you know I'm an honest person now. Keep a promise till I die. So
Doc,
if you really want to know, then I'll tell you. But you gotta promise me. I had to do what I had to do. Now, I hope you forgive me.
You saved my life, Doc. You taught me how to use the wrist banner. You taught me how to make a decent campfire. You even let me keep practicing my bow, even though you were afraid I would be just killing people nonstop with it. But you've been graceful towards me for a really, really long time. But I'm demanding to know, Doc. I don't want to not know. Put it that way. Because I would rather take your words and hear it from you than hear it from that scumbag.
All right. I came to the camp after everything that happened. When I got there, I searched around for a while first. And I didn't find the other kids first. I actually found you first. And you were saying things. You were saying things, words that your mother told me not to say to you. And I assumed that you heard stuff. Whatever she said, or whoever said something around, so just so that I could keep a promise, I went into your mind and I erased that part of the memory. So that you wouldn't remember your mother in that way. If you ever were to find out who she was.
Look, Doc, if all she did was just kill people, I've already crossed that boundary. I'm not.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay.
It's not even that. You do not know what the people of Thay are like. What the wizards of Thay are like. What she was like.
What she was like. That's the thing I'm confused about. It's a human-centric society, at least from what I've read. They wouldn't raise elves to any position of power.
They're wizards, Harold. When they choose to experiment on whoever they want to and use them as a tool, they will.
So, she was one of these experiments?
At first. But then she showed signs of brilliant and amazing magical capabilities. Beyond a lot of what do they call themselves? Even the Zulkirs, the highest of the Thaans. So they chose to excel her. And it changed her. The things that you do to torture people is worse than that. What she used to do, not to only men and women, but to children.
And you knew this thing the entire time you've known her?
Yeah, she told me. But she told me not to tell you, or your sister, or your brothers. Not even your dad knew.
Okay, but why leave? There's a lot that I'm still missing here with that, and even so, I guess it would make sense why her last words to me were "I'm sorry," but still, though, that... Anyway. So, what you're saying is that my mom used to be a Red Wizard of Thay, just some secret wizard of theirs?
All I'm saying to you is that if Sastan finds out that you are alive, he's gonna come looking for you. He's gonna find a way.
Be honest with me. Am I the only one you found? Doc.
I took the memory away from you and told you that your hold up. Just checking my notes.
Oh yes. So the his triplet brother and triplet sister. Are you trying to say like the only ones that he's not sure whether they're alive or not would be those two?
Yeah.
These are dead. Yeah.
At
least to his.
Yeah. He'll just. I've forgot their names. I'm sorry. Let me just get their names.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Trying to help you looking for them too.
Yeah, the brother, the triplet brother was named D, and the triplet sister was named Mel.
All right.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I stopped. I took that memory away from you and made you think that they were both dead. But when I got there, I didn't find them.
And you didn't find them?
No.
I don't suppose. No, I highly doubt it. We would have ran into either one, right? You know
do you
anything
mean?
about them? Like Mel and my brother D.
Why would you have run into them? Have you
don't
ran
know.
into them?
No. No, I don't think I have.
If I'm thinking about the worst for them, for their fate, they're probably taken to the Thay Empire. And they're probably going through the same process that your mother did.
I see.
You can't go after them. You
Can't?
have. It won't be the same.
What do you mean? Look, Doc, if they're alive, I mean, sure, I may not be powerful right now, but I'll just have to figure out how to get in and see if I could find them there.
Do you not understand what I'm saying to you? You're trying
No,
to
I
get
don't.
into the Thayan Empire. It is filled with undead. The whole place is controlled by the Sastan. He is a powerful, probably the most powerful wizard, even powerful than all of these Force Grey people put together. There is no chance you getting in there to save your brother and sister. Just assume they're dead and they're gone.
But we don't know that they're actually dead and gone. Look, Doc, they're
Get it
last
through
two
your head, Harold. You don't want to go through that path because you're gonna die.
Then why did you erase my memory? If you're so certain, why?
Because I did it for your mother to keep you alive. So you wouldn't...
I could have... So many years. I could have had the chance to maybe look more into getting it. I wasted so much time hunting them because I assumed I was the last one left.
As hard
I mean,
as
if
this
them
is
two
gonna
are alive-
sound, assume that you are the last one left. I beg you, Errol, don't go after them.
How did she get out?
I don't know. She never said. But when your mother told me all this, I could see the regret of every moment. Or everything that she did. She remembered everything she did.
I don't know, I guess maybe I'm not that much different. Is this a genetic thing then? Because even when I don't want to, I'm good at killing, even if I don't want to be. I just assumed maybe pain that I just internalized made it easier, but I mean, am I damaged, Doc? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
You're not damaged. Don't ever think that. You're not damaged, Harold.
So, okay, this is a lot to take in. So, my mom used to be a prodigy of a wizard, apparently. And there's a possibility... No, well... And you're sure she has never told you at all how she got out of Thay?
No. She never told me anything. You can see. You don't even need to make an insight check. He's
Yeah,
telling
sure,
the truth.
yeah, sure. God damn it. Oh. Well, I appreciate your honesty, Doc, and I wish that you'd have told me sooner about my mom, about me, and why it's so easy for me to kill people as it is. Like it.
I don't
I
think
really
that's.
do.
I don't think that's anything to do with the Thayan or anything like
don't-
that.
you don't think
That
so?
was just because you were angry. I don't believe so. It wasn't in her bloodline. I don't think it was. She was warped into these things. How could it be in her bloodline? That's just stupid. You can't think like that.
I don't know, Doc. Even as I think back, so many of them, maybe maybe if I spared some of them, maybe they would have been easier, but I didn't want to hear it, anything of what they wanted to say.
You hear
And-
banging on your door. Harold!
Hmm?
Hugh! You hear from the...
What?
You need to come out. It's Max Oregon. He's dead. What? What do you mean?
Wait, what the hell?
As you open the door, you see Kane there. He's just like, I don't know where he was hiding it, but you gotta come and see. And he takes you down, further down into the cells. And as you see him in one of the cells, chained up, you hear like cackles from the other ones laughing. And there you see you see him shackled up, but you see his hand blooded. Inside, you see there is next to him. There's this almost like a long box made, a metallic box, and inside the box, and now like embedded in him, is a blade in his chest, a dagger, in a way.
How the hell?
We thought we could sense all the magic, but he had this blade in this box that stops magic in his, and he had it inside of him.
No. Okay, do you guys have a 300 gold? Wait, how long ago was this? I need a 300 gold diamond. Maybe I can bring it back. No, don't you dare stay dead on me. I need answers.
Harold, your mother told me about that dagger. You hear Hugh say that to you. There ain't no bringing that one back.
Is it the same one by any chance that Harold saw when he was in the Feywild? Do you remember with that river? When it was like that fear episode that Harold had, basically?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. That's... Huh. I saw that same one in the Feywild, actually.
Do you go in and reach for it?
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch! And then he just punches the wall right next to him. Fuck! God damn it! Ah. And then Harold will just reach for the dagger, yeah.
As you reach for the dagger, he will say, "No, don't!" And before you even do anything and you grab the dagger, you pull it out. And as you pull it out, there is this faint magic that kind of resonates from the dagger itself and starts washing all over your body. And all of a sudden, the rest of them look at you, their eyes kind of widen as tattoos begin to form on your side of your head and on your forehead, across your back itself. You still feel the same, nothing has changed, but only these tattoos appear around you. Are you
Doc? I'm a little confused here.
Are you alright?
I still feel like me, but...
You think you
my
should
face.
just drop first drop that dagger.
Harold will drop it. There's a little bit of a sting on my face.
Oh no.
What is it?
You see him take out a little mirror.
What the fuck? What did he do? What? Doc, any ideas?
I don't know. Kane? I could ask Helix to see if he can take this away from you. But you seem the same. Looks good on you, I guess. This is what Kane says.
Just as a quick reminder to Joey as well, the tattoos that you get are the same ones that you actually got on the Feywild at some point. It's like they were always there. So it wasn't like they reappeared. They kind of reappeared, materialized on the Feywild.
Okay. Tattoos. Otherwise, I feel the same. Stings like a motherfucker, though. Ow. If you guys got any tattoo removal artists, I would greatly appreciate that. God, I wish Aki were here.
Yeah, I mean, we can look into it, kiddo, but you see Kane just go up, get a cloth, and pick up the dagger. We'll be keeping this.
Yeah,
Take the dagger.
I don't want it. It's fine.
I want it.
Harold has like a big moment. Here.
It's a legendary dagger. You hear a bird say,
Yeah.
Oh god, Tuki!
Yeah, like a pigeon goes,
you hear like a bug say an extra 3d12 necrotic damage.
And then Errol will just be like, fuck my head. Hey,
You know what? Let's just take you back to your room. I'll stay with him and make sure he's all right. You see Kane nod, and he just walks away, and you see Hugh kind of starts taking him away. As you look. Mm-hmm.
Can one plan just go right? Every fucking time I try to plan something, everything goes wrong. We go to investigate a portal. We find corruption. My friend gets fucking abducted. I finally find the person responsible for massacring my parents. He fucking kills himself. Just barely revealing any answers to me. And now I'm left with more questions. And now I have this. A searing, painful, annoying tattoo. I go to a village. I meet a group. I witness a baby get fucking drowned in blood and murdered.
Come on. Just. You eventually, as you're screaming and shouting along, Hugh takes you back to your room, sits you down, and just be like, just get some rest if you can. I'll just be sitting there. Alright? You tell me if you start feeling anything and you feeling any strange or anything.
I appreciate it, but Doc, by memory, you wiped them, or are they able to come back?
I mean, I can potentially unravel them in a way, but it'll take me some time.
And I need them back, Doc. I need them back.
All right. Get some rest.
Could you stay in here, at least until
I'm staying. I'll sit right there.
Thanks, Doc.
just quickly, the tattoo looks exactly like the tattoos on that picture. That's supposed to be a wizard picture of your mother, how she looks to look on her outfit, and she looks that your tattoos are exactly identical to hers.
Okay, just gonna have to figure this one out. Fuck.
Nice to see you. Go ahead.
I'm sorry for snapping back there, but I just thank you for telling me the truth. Just if you could just stay in here until I pass out and just Daryl's just gonna start meditating.
Alright. As you lay there, the scene kind of pulls away. As Hugo kind of sits there staring at you with a very sad, almost regretful, the things that he's told you and how much he has now caused, ashamed of himself in a way, of things that he said he would never tell, and the things he's told you and what has happened spans away. And outside, the moon disappears, and the next morning, sun starts coming out, and the first person to see this light is Bruce, as the light shines straight into your eyes, reflecting off the dome itself. Your eyes open. You see that you've got some sort of cloth on you. And the next day, everyone is awake. Yagu, Ziggy, were you with Yagu all the time? Did you drink as heavy as him?
No.
Okay,
I
so
drank, but not as heavy.
where would you have taken Yagu, because he collapsed and he was like gone?
What is your strength is the better question.
Well, I have a summon construct.
Yep.
So I would have summoned constructs. Then kind of lay the construct in a way that would make sense to a drunken mind.
Mm-hmm.
I would have had the construct pick Yardu up, but then also the construct, as a medium creature, lies down on the bed. So it's the construct with just holding up like someone's phone, not realizing they're about to fall asleep.
Yeah.
So Yardu is the phone. However, so in my mind, for whatever reason, Yardu wakes up to a ton of rocks just under him.
Okay, sure.
Very uncomfortable.
Yeah, and you're
Or
on your
comfortable.
you're on your shell, by the way, so you're like.
Yeah, just weirdly, you're in a bed, which is strange, and it's covered in rocks. And then you see me in a spare bed, just kind of looking somewhat exhausted, but less so.
God. Ah. Ziki, what the hell happened?
Well, I'm gonna tell you straight. You fucked a rock monster.
Ah. I knew it, that would explain my back.
21 deception. 21 deception.
Just for fun, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, probably
Please.
still.
Oh my god.
You're terrible.
Yep.
There we go. Probably
Hey,
still a
kind of
bit drunk,
worse.
so yeah, there we go.
No one will find out. It stays between us two. That's fine.
Okay. Why in here though? It's
I don't know. You said I had to watch. That's not true. No, but this was just the only. I don't know. I was summoned to this room afterwards, and told to use the spare bed to fall asleep in. I was also drinking, but not as heavily as you. Fucking hell, man.
well, they were free, right? You told me about capitalism. They always take stuff that
Yeah.
is free. So
Okay, free stuff is the best stuff. No matter how shit that free stuff is, it is still worth taking. No matter how shit it is still
when is
worth
it going to be worth? Because it doesn't feel good.
It doesn't feel good afterwards. That's the pain of free shit.
Oh.
You'll feel great taking it, but then you'll realize how shit it is. That's just the pain of free shit.
That explains so much.
Free
Will
samples
you
are
teach
great.
me more capitalism later?
Yes.
At some
Once
point.
you're ready to learn. But I don't know, maybe work on neutralizing some poisons. I don't fucking know what you paladins do. You've got some way of sobering up.
Do you have any food or water?
Sure. And I will find some food and water for him.
Okay. Wonder if this will work.
Oh. Fuck it. I assume just he has some form of sweats or something from just being so drunk. I'll use
Mainly
fabricate
grease.
to turn that raw material into some other form of liquid that he can then drink.
Okay. Yargu,
raw
why don't you
His meat sweat, his alcohol-induced sweats. Let's
fair
say
enough. Why don't
Yep,
you
fabricate.
roll a D100 for me?
Sure, I'm good at those.
Yeah.
Oh yeah! Holy shit! Yes,
Thank
that's
you.
good.
Wow.
Holy
There was
crap.
almost 100
Wow.
roll as well.
That
this
was
time.
awesome.
He
Is
got what
Yaru
I
gonna
needed
become
on
a
the
dragon?
first try.
Yeah, I know, it's pretty good. You spent 90 gold last night.
Oh wow.
Well, Force Grace
Oh.
gold, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure,
you
yeah,
had
Force
about
Grace.
you had about
Yeah,
like
about
a,
I can just imagine you
Like,
Joku going
about
back.
to the
Rounds,
body,
another
like,
round
what
on
the
me,
fuck?
another round on me.
that
Yeah,
tavern
the
loves
hero.
the shit out of you.
Yeah, you are the hero of the tavern. Everyone will tell stories of you for years to come of how that turtle that paid food
Goo,
and drink for
goo,
the whole
goo,
fucking
goo. They
young
all know you as
portal.
Goo.
Yeah, Goo. The legend of Goo.
The legend of Goo. That one night he came and made
Yeah,
drinks
change
after
everyone's lives. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, also another thing. I was only seeing a glimpse of it, but I think you may have outdrank a orc.
Bruce?
No. Well,
Oh,
I,
that,
I,
that would
unless
be
unless
accomplishment.
Bruce has changed gender since I last saw him. No. I don't know. I assume you're all not changelings, so I assume it doesn't
You
happen.
remember she was quite pretty actually, like Jagra Stonefist. You can actually
don't-
check her out somewhere. She's an official character.
I don't see that.
Yeah.
But
I'm
just
looking
searching in
her
general
up
to
right
see
now.
that. But anyway, calm down, Bruce. Calm down, Bruce. Calm down, Andy. I should be saying.
This is not Bruce. This is Andy.
Yeah, calm down, Andy. But yes, you may have outdrank an orc woman, and yeah, that's about it. All in all, a good night out. You only made it to one pub though, so I don't know how good a pub crawl it was.
What the hell's a pub crawl?
Well, you go to many a pub, drink as much as you can, then you deal with this. It's fun when you're on the pub crawl.
That's
It's-
too much
afterwards.
information for me right now.
Yep, no, that's fair.
If you don't mind, I will go back into my shell for a few more minutes.
We're gonna be out soon, and as I do that, I open the curtains and shine a bright light into his face.
Oh no!
You hear a knock on the door. Oh dears, it's time for you to leave.
Oh yes. Also, we're being kicked out.
You're like dragging a 400-pound turtle with you then.
I can summon.
Construct here, come again.
Eventually, the two of you and I guess Bruce, unless Bruce has something else to do, return back to the what did I call it? Evermore Tower. We called it Evermore. Yeah, Evermore.
Prison, yeah.
And you slowly go back into the kind of communal room that's there. The three of you get there kind of at the same time, and eventually you see Ruin Synergy come into the room. He looks pretty banged and roughed up in a way. He's holding his head, but steps in.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Ruin, I didn't. Were you drinking with us too?
Yes,
Right.
quite a bit.
Right. Well, I didn't pay attention to you. Nothing changes.
Listen, I could barely see you over that ego anyways.
Fair enough. Pretty good. I'm sorry. You don't look well enough for me to piss you off today, Ruin. I'm just gonna leave you alone. Brucey boy, you okay? Have any interesting evening.
A productive evening, I think.
Oh. I hope you spoke to who you need to.
I think I did.
Hopefully they were helpful.
Yes, they were. Both of them, in fact.
Both.
Yes.
Right.
Where did you guys go last night?
I went to the bar with Yadu.
Well, alcohol.
Yes.
Coming out of
Yadu
this-
may have discovered 3 samples, and
He gives them a closer sniff. He's like, I wonder, how much did he drink that I can smell it through his pores? He has scales
Enough.
over them. That's incredible.
I've also been making him drink his own sweat again. Enough.
I knew it tasted familiar.
Make a fate roll, Mark. Ziago, actually, should we say?
Sure, here we go. Hi.
Let's see if you vomit inside your shell when you were
Oh
sleeping.
no! Don't do this, Cisco. Don't.
Oh,
He said hi.
Mossy's just
Said
eating the
hi,
vomit.
no good.
He
I
is, you are all
do.
good. Yeah, Yago, no? Yep.
Alright.
It's just a slosh in his shell.
Oh.
He didn't know.
As you all kind of get together, we go back into the Errol's room. Errol, you kind of come out of your trance and you wake up. You feel the same, and as you look, you just see Dr. Gret there, just snoring.
Oh.
He's sleeping in deep sleep.
Oh God! Doc, wake up!
Yeah. What's
I forgot how loud you were. Ow!
sorry about that. Oh, are you all right?
Yeah.
You feel all right?
Morning. Yeah. I don't suppose this is.
No, it's still there.
Fuck. Oh well. Well, thanks for staying, Doc. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I am still a little bit hurt, but I do appreciate you telling me as much of the truth as you did. And I mean, I wish that you would. Well, what's done is done. At least he's dead. At least he's not gonna bother anybody else anymore. At least. For what it's worth, I guess. Still don't have any answers though, but
Yeah. Just don't mind it. Just forget about it being there. We'll figure something out. We'll get rid of it. I'll work on it. And I'm sorry again for keeping this from you. I thought I was doing it for your best interest, but I should have known. And you're an adult now, and you can make your own decisions. So from this point, you know that I ain't keeping anything from you, and I'm still here as your friend.
as he's talking, Errol's gonna cast a good berry to give himself 10 fresh berries, and he's just gonna hand Doc one. I still owe you, but I mean, thank you for everything.
All right. I don't know what you're gonna say to your friends, but if you want me to be there for emotional support, I can definitely come and.
You know,
Well, you can just.
had this been half a year ago, this would be a bigger concern, but somehow with everything else I've seen with them, and somehow I don't think they're going to be as mad as I would have thought. Because we did have a little bit of a disagreement on Falling Out. At the very least, they're probably just going to say it looks terrible, but in any case, well, I still got some work to do, so, and then Errol's gonna eat one of his own berries, and then, alright. Doc, I'm gonna go find them.
Alright. Stay safe, and remember, I'm just a sending stone away, so just give me a call whenever you can.
Of course, and Errol's is gonna just give him a hug. Seriously, thank you. And
All right,
after
Judah.
that, Errol's just gonna leave and hopefully find everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hello, everybody.
Oh, nice tattoos.
Oh, for fuck's
Shut
sake.
it.
Did you fuck with a hag again?
Aki did a better job.
Thank you, Bruce.
All I said was nice
They're-
tattoos.
Ruin. Okay, so you know what? Max
Yeah,
Horgan's dead.
You all recognize that it's the same tattoos that he had when he was in the
Darkon.
Shadowfell, yeah, Darkon.
He's
Yeah.
just... Did you...
Well, I got some good news and bad news and somewhat worse news.
Oh, wonderful.
That's very typical.
That's wonderful.
Hit us. Why not?
Alright,
Mark it
well,
down.
the good news is Max Horgan's dead. We don't have to worry about him bothering anybody anymore.
Oh, what a shame.
In
he,
our world, the dead can come back to do more damage. That's why
He-
respectfully that isn't a thing.
He is not coming back. He
Okay.
killed himself with a dagger that sealed his soul somewhere.
What a
You
shame.
think it's sealed inside the dagger?
Well, I hope not, because that's going to be a whole other problem if it is.
Oh.
I'll just break the dagger then. Hang on, where is it?
That's the thing.
It could be a useful dagger.
I did
Yeah?
try to pull it out, and I got these as a result. I still feel like me, so that's the good news. It's not like Darkon, where it was a different person.
Oh,
That-
good. You're not
that's
going to shoot
something.
us with arrows.
No,
just
I'm
you,
not gonna.
Just you, Ruin.
Oh, bring it on.
Well, I'm sure the tattoos work with the hair, I suppose.
Right, yeah, the good thing is I still kept my hair, but... So that was the good news about that. The bad news kind of being about the tattoo, and... Well, I suspect that I tend to butt heads with the majority of you, if not all of you, in certain things, and... That being said, I preface with that because, as it turned, you may not want me in your group anymore, but I talked to Max Horgan, and I eventually talked to Dr. Gret, and there was a lot of reasons, and I finally somewhat learned why he invaded my home and killed almost every single one of my relatives. As it turns out, my mom was a Wizard of Thay.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's...
Apparently, she used to be a slave for experimentation, and she had magical talent, and she served under them.
Wow.
So does this mean you could use, like, Thay magic?
Let's try it.
Errol's is gonna take a really solid minute to just stare at you for asking that question, Ruin.
I'm not going to try and speak for the group, Errol, but let's say just because you've gained closure on your life, we're not going to kick you out.
Yeah.
If you were Ruin, maybe, but no.
Oh, come on. I thought we were all friends now.
So, that's part of the worst news. The possible good news is, Ruin, you remember when you tried to look into my mind and my memories weren't complete?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it turns out Dr. Gret did that. He, got rid of some of them, and he's working on getting them back for me.
Oh, we can just do that easily.
Yeah, do you want us to do it right now?
Would get them, you can do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it would help a lot.
It'll cost 100 gold, but yeah, we can do that.
I don't have money.
Maybe if you had that dagger, you could have sold it.
Bruce jingle jangles the bag of holding.
Yeah, we can just...
It's fine.
We can just try Greater Restoration.
Well, there is a possibility, though, that two of my siblings might still be alive.
Oh, that's great news.
Well, I don't know.
I'm not good at family matters, so...
Where
Well,
are they?
I would ask Yagu about siblings. He's pretty well versed with them.
I think he's the only one of us who is.
They might be in Thay.
Yeah.
Well then, you know what? We'll get them back.
Thank you. That
I don't know how. I don't know when.
Sounds very helpful of you, Bruce.
I feel a bit more certain about a few things. And, Harold, last time I checked, you're not your mother, right? Or a Thane. Are you?
like
Yes or no?
no.
You're Harold Emmerfield. You've stood with us, stood with me through thick and thin. That's all that matters. So enough of this. You might leave us behind. No, shut up. Not
I
happening.
mean, I've killed a lot of people. People who deserved it, and people who didn't. So that's why I said that. And knowing that I am what I am, I don't know how much of it was pain and how much of it was something else.
Firm believer, nurture over nature, Harold. You did what you learned to do. What they taught you. These bastards who hurt you.
I certainly hope so. Anyway, now that we've gotten that out of the way, I just, if you'll still have me, we can get everything on our list and, I guess, ironically, go to Elfbane Clan. Great. That's a great next stop after knowing all of this.
We can hide you're an elf for an hour. I'm sure this won't take more than an hour. I watch at Bruce.
Can you also hide the tattoos?
No. Well, probably.
Cisco. Bruce's information about orcs in general and the Elfbane clan's a bit sketchy, but can he remember anything his mum might have taught him about her people? Because they're not really Bruce's people, he's never raised among them at all.
I would say
Generalisms, essentially, because people are individually complicated.
she would mention about their hunting capabilities. They were great hunters. There was always some sort of elder in the clan that used to watch over, and it was respected. And you would definitely remember and recognize the symbology of the Elfbane clan itself if you were to ever see it.
Okay.
But apart from that,
Maybe a
Culturally,
couple
what
of
they-
stories from some warriors.
Yeah, what do they like
something.
respect? That kind of thing. Little bits that you might think, okay, this is what they generally might respond to or not like. Nothing like that at all.
more not into that much details, but based on the stories that she used to tell you and stuff, it was a lot more to do with intimidation, gaining that respect to show them through your, rather than through words, it was through actions and through grit and through
Strength of deeds and character, then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like honor through strength and this kind of like never surrendering and this kind of stuff, like a forest, like warrior values.
Would
Okay, I'm
Jakub
start-
potentially know more, since he had a few conversations with them, some of the members?
No, you don't speak Orcish, do you?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you do?
wow.
Oh,
Yeah, I learned
okay.
it from them, so that's why.
Okay.
Potentially, if they're all doing this, yeah, but I also speak Orcish and can help out.
It's more just what he thinks he can remember, and
Yeah.
he'll reiterate that key point there. So, well, if there's, I don't really know these people. People are complicated individually, but from what my mother taught me, the story she told me, the Elfbanes in general respected strength. No, not just like strength of arms, but strength of character, of deed. Less so flowery words. You acted. You didn't talk about it.
So,
And
you need people to be abrasive?
I don't know, honestly, but stand your ground.
Because I have that in spades.
I think if you stand your ground, and for what it's worth, I can talk all of you up.
There
I've
is
learned a
this
lot about
Yagu. There was the mention of not even a mention of it. There was this moment in your life where you were with one of these orcs, and some adventurer, an elf adventurer, wandered into the thing as well, and there was this deep hatred from the orc for this person, and you feel like that's something that you would remember and understand that there is there is this history behind this clan and the reason why they were called in this way. And
Does Joku remember how the elf reacted? And
the elf
maybe
didn't
learn
react
from
in
that?
any way because he doesn't know and didn't care. He came from some city or something like that. But the
Aloof
orc,
elf.
was very aggressive in a way. But with your words of wisdom, calmed the situation down. And after whatever healing that they needed, they just left. Because this was your space, your ground, and they didn't want to disturb it. They respected you enough.
Maybe if I may add, there was like something that they always spoke about: strength respects strength, and it's like quite noble of them. You know, once you are defeated and things like that, how to act and be kind of like true to your culture. You know, like there is no point once you're defeated. If you are weak, you're weak, and you have to, as well as you have to know your strength, you need to accept your weaknesses and stuff like that. That's why they always treated you in that way. Like, okay, you were not part of us, but you know, we respect who you are and what you do. You know, and this kind of way of life.
I'm getting distinct Krogan from Mass Effect vibes, which I'm all for. I'm all for.
Yeah,
And so I
that's
think
how I
even
picture it.
Bruce will reiterate a bit of this and his suppositions based on this, and he'll say to Errol that it could be a problem, but honestly, from what Mother taught me, they were good at fighting in forests. In Providence and coming in, you're quite an expert at that.
Well, don't worry. I'll just use my mind tricks on them.
That's not true.
But
Yes,
one more
like
thing,
with-
guys. Apparently, Doc told me, and even Max told me that my mom was important to Faye, and by extension, I'm important. So, keeping that in mind, if you guys still want me around in case Red Wizards will not have a reason to hunt you guys for me being there.
Well,
If not, then
what's another target on our heads at this point?
Wow, we're already being hunted down by the
Yeah.
Dragon Queen.
Yeah,
yeah.
to
What's
be
a,
honest.
what's a wizard to a fucking goddess?
No, well,
that,
depending on the skill of the wizard.
I mean,
Quite
that's
similar.
actually a better retort, but.
No, I can see this happening. One of them appears like, "Hi, I'm here for you, Harold. I have my magic," and we're just going, adorable. Come on, then, let's get this over with.
And you'll see Harold actually chuckle and smile for first time in a long time.
I think
Thanks, guys.
some of the supplies we've recently gathered, and I'll grab the necklace.
Right.
This could
Let's
help
see
us
what
a bit.
they left. If they left anything for us, or
Hopefully so.
not sure how that
All
works
right.
out.
As you all gather your thing and go downstairs to look for your stuff, you know, it's a little bit of a kind of the camera kind of pans away, and slowly you guys kind of head down, start collecting the stuff that they've kind of left for you, which we can do out of game and then come back to it. But the camera pans away from this into the clouds itself, and eventually across the mountain itself into a very cold and thunderous and dark place, into deep dark mountains over all the way across to the east side, and eventually into this very, very, a mountain a mountain in a way, and at the top there is a spire, and on top of the spire there is a throne, and on top of that, sitting on a throne, is a very taut, undead-looking Thayan with tattoos across his head. He looks down and looks up towards the camera, and that is where we'll end the episode there.
Oh, did he just hear Bruce smack talking wizards? Oh shit! I've done that again. Done it again! Shit!
Oh my god! And here I was thinking Max was like the big bad thing.
No.
Oh, no,
Alright.
I-
Thank you everyone
Nice.
for playing. Let me just sign out. Thanks for all the music from Darren Curtis, Tabletop, and the arts from James Webster that we used through the campaign. Thanks to everyone watching from home. If you like the episode, please follow and subscribe as always. Hopefully we'll find you here next week or tomorrow for Iovization, or Sunday for more illicit madness with the dining in Barovia. Have a great week, stay magical, and see you next week. Take care. Bye everyone.
Good night. Take care. Thank you.